Hare Krishna Prabhu, Sadar Pranam.
Sadar Pranam.
So first of all, welcome all the devotees and today's Bhakti Shastri class. So we are at 10th chapter, unit 2 of the Bhakti Shastri class of Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter. So today we will study 10th chapter from verse 1 to 11, a very important chapter. So before starting, I would like to say something that I have been told to request all of you to switch on the video on. Okay. So that is the one thing I would like to request, because I have been told to ask all the devotees to switch on the video whenever, at least if they are traveling, that time they need not to on. But when they are coming back and reaching at the home and sit at their home, at that time they should switch on the video. So that is one request to all the devotees. Secondly, I have given one poll in the group. I think all of you have not responded. So please respond it as early as possible so that we can. Many of you responded. I think 8 devotees has responded. I don't know whether I have not seen today. So my request is, if you have not yet responded, please respond it so that I can finalize the time slot. Secondly, I have one request, just if possible, we can have one class in the weekends. Weekend is very suitable for me. I can take little elaborately, and if possible for all of you, if you can cooperate with me, for me weekend times are very suitable. So please see if it is possible, then we can have weekend classes. Anyway, just we can just I just convey the concerns, and please interact. Another thing that I have been told to ask all of you, please interact. When I am asking some question, you should interact, because the recordings are posted and senior devotees are seeing, and they are giving me some feedback how to further improve the class for the benefit of all of you. So I have been told to convey these things, so please interact. And regarding Sloka, I will share with the PDF and the recording that I will share. I remember that thing that I will do in this weekend. Actually, last weekend I was traveling, I could not do it. So this weekend you will get this thing. Secondly, I will ask, whenever I will ask something, when I'm asked to read, whenever asked to recite the slokas, whenever I am asked some question, please say something, whatever is coming. Because no need to shy with that we have to tell something very perfectly. Not necessary. We may say something, whatever is coming in our mind, whatever we have learned yet, whatever little bit realization, understanding we have, based on that, whatever the thought process you have, share it. It is not necessary that it has to be very perfect. So that is one request. So that will help me to at least overcome the impersonal aspect of this class, online class. Okay, thank you. So let us start with today's. Today, what we will do, today first we will read the lessons. Okay. Today we will read the lessons. Means today we will read the slokas first together, because today there is 11 slokas only. So will not take much time, and I expect I will be able to complete on time today. Yes. First, I will do little Mangalacharam. Just a moment. Just forgotten to do. Have I? Is my screen visible or it is not visible?
Not visible. Not visible.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. Just a minute.
Prabhu, for the memory shlokas, can you share the PDF with translation?
Yes, that's what I will do it. I think it is not there in the. I think in the handbook it is only the sloka numbers are there.
Numbers are there,
Numbers
but
are there. I will make
not
a PDF. I will make a PDF. I will share the PDF, and along with I will recite the slokas, which whatever pronunciation capability I am having, I will recite it, and based on that you can follow it. Okay.
Also, Prabhu, today while reciting the shlokas, can we do in 4 parts? Like first part you say, then we repeat the first part, and then second part, like that.
I didn't get you, Mataji. Can you repeat once again what
Like
you mean?
the whole sloka when you say in full, and then we repeat in full. Sometimes the words or pronunciations are not clear.
Okay. Okay.
So can we do in 4 parts? Yes.
Okay. 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 That can be done.
প্রভু যে আপনি একটা লাইন করবেন, আমরা সেটাকে রিসাইট করব, দেন
হুম।
সেকেন্ড লাইনটা আপনি বলবেন, আমরা তারপরে রিপিট করব, মানে এটা হলে ভালো হতো।
Okay, understood. No problem. No problem. That can be done. That can be done. So let us start with Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namo. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishnapristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesho Shunnavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Panchakalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhubhaiva cha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktorinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So share. Is my screen visible now?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. You can repeat now.
শ্রী ভগবান বাচা
Bhuvaeva Mahabaho.
ভুয়ায়েব মহাবাহো
Chimme Paramam Vacha.
মে পরমং বচঃ
Yatte Aham Priyamanaya.
यस्ते अहं प्रियमाणाय
Akshami Hitakamaya.
वक्ष्यामि हितकामया।
Translation. Translation. Somebody can read the translation.
Yes, Prabhu, I can read.
Yes.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Listen again, O mighty armed Arjuna, because you are my dear friend. For your benefit, I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained."
Thank you. So we will read the next verse. 10.2. No me bidu shuroganaha.
नामे विदुः सुरगणः
Prabhavam na maharshayo.
प्रोभवं न महर्षया
Ahamadir hi devanam.
अहमादेवी देवानां
Maharshinam cha sarvasah.
महर्षीणां च सर्वशः।
So now we can recite once again the entire verse. Okay, then you can recite the entire verse together. Okay, in one go. Okay. Na me bidu shurogana prabhavam na maharshayo ahumadir hi devanam maharshinam cha sarvasah.
नामे विदुः सुरगणः प्रोभवं न महर्षया अहमादिर्देवानां महर्षीणां च सर्वशः।
Thank you. Translation, someone else can read. Please
Hare
quickly.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, please.
Neither the hosts of demigods nor the great sages know my origin or opulences, for in every respect I am the source of the demigods and sages.
Thank you. Text 3. Yo mam ajam anadim cha
Yomamanadim
vetti loko mahesharam
Lokamaheshwaram
asammura samurteshu
Asamurasamarteshu
sarvapapoi pramuchyate
Sarvapapai pramuchyate
Omam ajamanadim cha vetti loko mahesharam asammuraha samurteshu sarvapapaiha pramuchyate.
Yomamajamanadematcha Veti lokamaheshwaram Asamuraha samartesu Sarva papaiha pramuchyate.
Someone else can read. Thank you. Someone else can read the translation. Please don't need to raise high hand. Read someone else. Those who have read.
He who knows me as the unborn, as the beginningless, and as the supreme Lord of all the worlds, he only undeluded among men, is freed from all the sins.
Thank you. Text 4 and 5. Buddhirgyanam asammoham
Buddhirjnanam
Khama sattam damo samaha
Swattam tamosamaha
Dukham bhavo abhavo
Sukham dukham bhavo
Bhayam cha abhayam eva cha
bhayam cha bhayam cha
Ahimsa samata tushtis
ahimsa samastiti
Tapodanam jasho ajasah
tapadanam jasah
Bhavanti bhava bhutanam
bhavanti bhava bhutanam
Matta eva prithak vidaha
Matto eva pritagvidaha
Buddhirgyanam asammoho khama sattam damo samaha Sukham dukham bhavo abhavo Bhayam cha abhayam eva cha Ahimsa samata tushtis tapodanam jasho ajasah Bhavanti bhava bhutanam matta eva prithak vidaha.
Buddhirjnanamasammaha Shamashattam damashamaha Sukham dukham bhava Payam cha payameva cha Ahimsa samata tushitapa Dhanam jashaha jashaha Bhavanti bhava bhutanam Matta eva pritagvidaha.
Translation. Someone else who have not yet read.
Intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt and delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of the senses, control of the mind, happiness and distress, birth, death, fearlessness, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame and infamy, all these various qualities of living beings are created by me alone.
Thank you. (10.6) Maharshayo saptapurve Maharshaya
Mahashaya
Mahashaya saptapurve
Tatva चत्वारो मनुषो तथा
चत्वारो मानवस्तथा
मद्भावा मनुषा जाता
मद्भावा मनसा जाता
येषां लोको इमो प्रजः
येषां लोक इमः प्रौजः
महर्षाय सप्तपूर्वे चत्वारो मनुषो तथा मद्भावो मानुषा जाता येषां लोको इमा प्रजः
महर्षाय सप्तपूर्वे चत्वारो मनवस्ततः मद्भावा मनसा जाता येषां लोक इमः प्रोजः
Thank you. Translation?
Prabhu me.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. The seven great sages, and before them the four other great sages, and the Manush, progenitors of mankind, come from me, born from my mind, and all the living beings populating the various planets descend from them.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Text 7. एतं विभूतिं योगं च
Etam
एतां
vibhutim
विभूतिं
yogam
एतं विभूति
एतं ममो यो वेत्ति तत्तत
mamo
मम जो वेत्ति तत्तत्
सविकल्पेन योगेन
सविकल्पेन योगिन
yogina
जूयते न अत्र संशय
यूयते नात्र संशय
एतं विभूतिं योगं च मम यो वेत्ति तत्ततः सविकल्पेन योगेन युज्येत न अत्र संशयः
एतं विभूतिं योगं च मम यो वेत्ति तत्ततो सविकल्पेन योगेन युज्यते नात्र संशय
Translation? Anyone?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. One who is faculty convinced of this opulence and mystic power of mind engages in unalloyed devotional service of this, there is no doubt.
Thank you. So I think now onwards, these four verse everybody remembers, already knows. This is a famous four verse. Today we will discuss this Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita. So 10.8. I think together this we can recite. We can start reciting. Aham Sarvasya Prabhava
अहं सर्वस्य प्रभव
Matta Sarvang Pravartate
मत् सर्वं प्रवर्तते
Iti Matta Bhajante Mam
इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां
Buddha Bhavo Samannita.
बुधभावसमन्विता
Together. Aham Sarvasya
अहं सर्वमत्त सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुधभावसमन्विता
Translation. Anyone?
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know these engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their heart.
Thank you. Text 9. मच्चित्त मद्गत प्राणा बोधयन्तो परस्परं कथयन्त sorry one by one मच्चित्त मद्गत प्राणा
मद्गत प्राण
बोधयन्तः परस्परं
बोधयन्तः परस्परं
कथयन्तश्च मां नित्यं
कथयन्तश्च मां नित्यं
तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च
तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च
मच्चित्त मद्गत प्राणा बोधयन्तो परस्परं कथयन्तश्च मां नित्यं तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च
मच्चित्तमद्गत प्राण बोधयन्तः परस्परं कथयन्तश्च मां नित्यं तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च
Translation, somebody can read.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me, their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me.
Thank you. Text 10. तेषां सततयुक्तानां
तेषां
तेषां
तेषां सततयुक्तानां
भजतां
भज
प्रीतिपूर्वकं
वाजतं प्रीतिपूर्वकं
ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं
ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं
येन माम् उपयन्ति ते.
येन मामुपयान्ति ते
Together. तेषां सततयुक्तानां भजतां प्रीतिपूर्वकं
तेषां
ददामि
सततयुक्तं ददामि बुद्धियोगं तं येन मामुपयान्ति ते
Translation.
To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me.
Thank you. Today's last verse and the end of Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita also. तेषमेवानुकम्पार्थम्
तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम्
अहमाजं यं तम अजम् अहम् अज्ञानयं तम
Aham
अहमज्ञानं तं तमः
नाशुवम् आत्मभावस्त
नाशयाममद्भावस्त
ज्ञानदीपेन भास्यता
ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वत
टुगेदर तेषमेवानुकम्पार्थम्
तेषामनुकम्पार्थमहं ज्ञानं च मम तमः नाशयामात्मभावस्त ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वत
Thank you. Translation.
to show them specially mercy, I dwelling in their hearts destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance.
Thank you. So now we will see the sections of various verses. What is the thing here going on? Now before that, I would like to go to so in text 1. Now what is this the name of this chapter is? What is the name of this chapter?
The opulence of
Vibhuti
the
jo.
Absolute.
Vibhuti Jog, or the English in opulence of the absolute. Okay. Now here Krishna is telling that listen again. First of all, this word, listen again. Listen again, oh, just follow the translation. Listen again, oh mighty armed Arjuna, because you are my dear friend. For your benefit, I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained. Okay. Now here Krishna is telling better than. Let me. I think I have forgotten to share it. Is it now visible now?
Yes, Prabhu.
So here Krishna is telling better than what I have already explained. Now my question, please think and help and please think, contemplate why Krishna is telling here better than what I have already explained. Because in earlier chapter the name was Rajoguchajog, and the name of the meaning of the Rajoguchajog means the most confidential Rajoguchu, not ordinary Gucho, Rajogucho. That means Guchutamo in superlative. sense, superlative sense, Krishna has told that it is the most confidential. Now here Krishna is telling, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained. So what does it mean? Any idea, anything is coming, what it can be?
মানে প্রভু গুহ্যতর থেকেও বেটার, মানে গুহ্যতম।
গুহ্যতম, অলরেডি গুহ্যতম বলা হয়েছে আগের 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 চ্যাপ্টারে, যে জন্য রাজগুহ্য বলা আছে। রাজা মিন্স দ্য নাথিং মোর দ্যান দ্যাট, মোস্ট কনফিডেন্সিয়াল, আমরা ট্রান্সলেট করেছি ওটাকে মোস্ট কনফিডেন্সিয়াল। তাহলে এখানে আবার ভগবান বলছেন বেটার দ্যান দ্যাট, এটার কি মানে হতে পারে?
অ্যাবসলিউট, তার থেকেও ওর নিজের
প্রথমত
হ্যাঁ
আমি ওটাই জানতে চাইছি যে
অর্জুনের হিতকামনায় বাংলায় যেটা লেখা আছে,
হ্যাঁ,
নিজের সম্বন্ধে আরো, আমরা ভগবানের সম্বন্ধে যখন জানতে শুরু করি তখন আরো আরো ভগবানের সম্বন্ধে আরো কিছু জানতে আমাদের ইচ্ছে হয়।
Very nice point, Mataji, যেটা বলছেন Mataji, what Mataji is telling, that is very nice point. When we start hearing about Krishna, we want to hear more about Krishna. So that is one thing. Another thing is here this, in this knowledge what Krishna is telling, again I am telling means again I am repeating this thing. So here Krishna is not telling something, is not giving the knowledge just like a professional professors who are assigned some subject, you go and give a lecture and just come back. Professional lecture, you take your pay and paycheck and come back. No, Krishna is not like in that way. Professionally Krishna is giving this knowledge. Krishna here is giving this knowledge out of ecstasy. Here see, Krishna has started speaking from 8th chapter. After answering the question, after Arjuna asked the question in the 8th chapter, then Arjuna did not ask any question after that. But Krishna is not stopping. Krishna cannot stop himself. Krishna is speaking one after another. So why? When Krishna is in flow of ecstasy and Krishna is giving this knowledge, and the knowledge, Krishna is giving that I am giving this knowledge because this will further benefit you to progress in your Ananda Bhakti. Because Krishna's main object is to bring us to Ananda Bhakti. Otherwise, why Krishna is taking so much pain? Because Krishna, just when, if a professional professor would have been there, Arjuna asked question, Krishna could have stopped there. Yeah, he just answered the question and it can be ended. That's it. Bhagavad Gita could have ended at the 8th chapter, or within 1 and 2 verse. Krishna has given that one verse, Arjuna has asked the question, and in 2nd and 3rd verse Krishna has given the answer. That there could have been, it is ended. But Krishna has not ended there. Krishna explain elaborately about the what will happen at the, what one should do at the time of death. Because we are all standing, even though it may sometimes appear to be very harsh reality, but death is the final reality. So to reclaim us from this material world where it is full of misery, and the most critical misery or the most fearful misery is the death. Everyone is fearful of death, and Krishna is reclaiming us, is rescuing us from these miseries, from dukhalayam ashashvatam. And for that Krishna knows that to reclaim a fallen soul from this kind of situation, the soul need to be undeviatedly appreciate, accept, embrace, execute, discharge the pure devotional service. For that Krishna is very concerned, and Krishna is giving this knowledge out of his love for us. Actually Krishna is not giving only to Arjuna. Okay, by referring to Arjuna, He is actually meaning this knowledge to us. So we need to understand that how much Krishna is concerned about us. This verse is actually Krishna's concern for the conditioned living entity. That way we need to understand this. Okay. So first we will see the what are the theme of this chapter. So there are many divisions in your handbook also, but I liked this division, so I am sharing this. So 1 to 7, no one knows Krishna as he is the source of all. This we will learn in 1 to 7. 8 to 11, 8 to 11 is the Chatusloki Gita. Krishna can be known only through bhakti by his grace. Okay. 12 to 18, Arjuna accepts Krishna's glories and desires to hear more. 19 to 42, how to know Krishna through his devotees. Okay. So this is the flow of this chapter. So first we will today study two part. No one knows Krishna as he is the source of all. And then we will see the Chatusloki Gita. So now before starting the explanation, now let us see what is the correlation between this chapter 9 to 10. So 9 already I have given something. So here Krishna is what he mean about better. That I will come to the point. Why Krishna is telling better. Better means here Krishna will elaborate much more about what he has already told. So it is an bistar of same confidential knowledge. It is a further elaboration, further extension. So sometimes this Vibhuti Jog is also called Vibhuti Bistar Jog. বিস্তারিত আমরা যখন কোনো কিছু বিস্তারিত বলি তখন সেটা in detail. So here in detail Krishna will explain about him, about his opulences. So why Krishna is doing so? Question may be raised that why Krishna has already told about this thing already in the earlier chapter, but no, there are something more. See, Krishna has told that he is the cause of all the material energy and spiritual energy. That means cause of all cause. That is already has been told. Sarvo karano karanam. There can be, it could have been ended everything, all the reason, everything. He is the ultimate cause. Okay, sarvo karano karanam. But no, Krishna in 7th chapter, Krishna is explained basically in a general way the essence behind essence of everything is Krishna. Rasaham upshukantayo prabhavo pranavo prabhavo rasaham upshukantayo prabhavo shurayo pranavo sarva vedeshu. So like this he has given that he is the taste of water, he is the prabha, the light and heat of sun and moon, he is the Onkar of the Vedesh of in the inter-Vedic scripture. He is the original taste, original smell of the earth. So like that he has go on explaining many things. That there he has explained the essence of it. Now here Krishna will explain the best of everything. Best of everything. So that is the point, and by that Krishna will combine the combination. Krishna will exhibit, demonstrate the combination of his madhurya opulence and oishwarya opulence. Madhurya opulence means sweetness, which he has already explained in chapter 9, like patram pushpam phalam toyam jome bhakta prayachati. So patram pushpam, this is simple thing, by simple, and we have heard some story behind that how Krishna is so simply attracted to devotees. So that is the sweetness. And then Jogokhyamo Bahomahom, there also we have understood that how Krishna personally intervene in a devotee's life to protect his bhakti, to protect him, to protect him, his devotion towards him. He intervene, he solves some material problem so that the devotee can progress in his bhakti. So like that is Krishna's sweet reciprocation with the devotees. Okay. And then Krishna also said that how we as a devotee we should sweetly receive, we can very sweet devotional service we can perform, simple and sweet. So that sweetness Krishna has explained. Now Krishna has will explain in detail what he has explained in essential way, essence of everything, as a generic principle of everything. Now Krishna will give specific and the best of everything. And by that, Krishna will establish his supremacy, his Aishwarya. And that by that, Krishna wants the devotee should understand that Krishna is not only very sweet, we can have very the sweet reciprocation, but also the to whom we are having this sweet reciprocation, he is also a great personality. He is not an ordinary personality. So when suppose we have a friend, just given this is all the examples are given by the acharyas only, I'm just repeating. So suppose a friend is there and that friend wants we have a very sweet relationship, he is very intimate friend. Now all of a sudden we came to know that that friend is uh, having is a family member of say Ambani family. Okay. Initially, we did not know. This is just a gross example to understand it. Okay. Krishna's position is far beyond this thing. Just for us to understand what is why Krishna is telling here the Vibhuti Vistar. Why Krishna is telling go so detailed now. Point is, whatever we see, we are in the material world. We will. It is not that we as a conditioned living entity. As soon as we start bhakti, we will go back to God. No, we are in material world, and in material world we will be seeing various things, but we may not know before we come to Krishna consciousness that what is the relation between this particular thing with Krishna. So Krishna will tell in the detailed part in this chapter that among the water body I am the ocean, among the animal I am the lion. So anyone is seeing an animal like lion, that doesn't mean Krishna is reduced to a lion, but he is among the lion. So that means whatever we think, whatever we see, among the best of the animal, that is Krishna. So he is the best. So now when we will see in the material world, he is actually the best among the like we have gone in our last tour to Badrinath. So that is the Himalaya. Okay. So I was thinking the Himalaya, Krishna Prabhupada has given an example that Bhakti Jog is the Mount Everest. We have already discussed. And Krishna has told in Bhakti Jog that among the Parvat, among all the Parvat, I am the Himalaya. So whenever we see Himalaya, Krishna is not reduced to Himalaya, but Krishna is best among all the hills and all the mountains. Among mountains, I am Himalaya. So like that, we need to understand that Krishna is attracting. Krishna wants that we should never forget Krishna. So that's why Krishna is giving this knowledge, and this is very beneficial. This will be very will benefit us. Benefit us in what sense? Try to understand. Benefit us to progress in Ananda Bhakti. Krishna wants to bring us in Ananda Bhakti. So if we are reading Bhagavad Gita, we are acquiring Bhakti Shastri degree, but if we don't follow Krishna's instruction, if we don't appreciate Krishna is taking so much pain, just try to understand. One person is speaking so much for what? Just to remain just a devotee, just a mixed devotee, a karmamista devotee. Okay, we will do everything of our own, and also will bhakti also will do. Krishna wants us hard. We should give our heart. So that's why these Bhagavad Gita slokas are there. Bhagavad Gita teachings are there. So we always remember this and always contemplate that. See, my Lord, has taken so much pain, so much enthusiastically, with so much ecstasy. Krishna explained this thing for my benefit. Just think of it, for my benefit. Krishna is actually concerned about each and every one of us. Krishna is so personal, and this personal touch is there in Krishna's each and every sloka. So if we cannot take this advantage, then we will miss it. So that's why we need to hear it. So that's why when Krishna is telling, hear it, touch Srenu. Here also Krishna is telling, please hear. So just by hearing, this is so simple thing. First we have to hear attentively, and we can learn Krishna as he is. Now see the point. Someone suppose why the bistar is required, and why the bistar. Just see at the end of chapter, at the end of this sloka, sloka number 7, Krishna is telling that by knowing my vibhuti, you will know, you will come to shavikalpena jogena. That means undivided bhakti. How we can come to that? Just an example, right? To understand the context. That suppose you have a friend, okay, or say suppose someone if might be working in some organization, and there might be you have a superior, you have a boss, or anything you can think, any person, you take any person. Now that person, suppose you know him as your boss, you know him as your teacher, you know him as your friend, whatever you know him. Friend is little intimate, like knowing someone officially, knowing someone superficially, and knowing someone intimately. That is the difference. Particularly, I will give the example of office that will we can correlate. Those who are working in office, they are our colleagues are there, our boss are there, so we know them. We know their name. We may be knowing their address. Okay, maybe knowing about some detail of their family. But do we know how much bank balance this person has? How many property that person has? We may not be knowing all these details, and normally nobody disclose all these things with official colleagues. But we know each other, but we may not know about that person, particular any person's detail, property, or detail his opulence. Who knows this? Who knows these things? Those who are his family member. Only they know this. Only they can appreciate that. He can disclose this thing only to his very intimate, close friend. We don't disclose our all bank balance, account detail to everyone and anyone. Do we do that? We never do that. So we don't do that out of fear because someone will take it. But see, we need to understand this analogy. Try to understand this analogy. I'm giving this example. So as we don't disclose all these things to anyone and everyone, similarly Krishna is telling that as you are my devotee, that's why I am telling this thing again for your benefit. Suppose I am telling to my son at one point of time that see, I have this much property, this is why I am telling, because this is your, you can take advantage, a benefit of it, and you can become rich. So Krishna is giving this knowledge of opulence so that we can reach in bhakti, we can enrich our bhakti, we can enrich our emotion, devotional emotion, and intensify our service in quality and quantity so that we can progressively go towards him, we can love towards him, we can come to ananda bhakti, that where we should only think of Krishna. So that is his main desire, to bring us to that position, to bring us to that point. So we need to understand and appreciate that how much Krishna loves us. Otherwise, why Krishna is taking so much pain to give this knowledge? So this is not an ordinary knowledge that everyone can appreciate. This is the exclusive knowledge for devotee. Only they can appreciate. Otherwise, other people, those who are not, Krishna is not giving this knowledge in chapter 2 or chapter 3. Krishna is giving this in chapter 9, in chapter 10, after elaborating on chapter 9. So try to understand why Krishna, this Vibhuti joke, sometimes we think, this is Aishwarya, I am only about sweetness. No. Sweetness, we are not at the level of Jashoda Ma or some other devotees like who are in Vrindavan, devotees, Brajavashis. They don't care for that. But we are sadhakas. We need to know. They are already in that stage. They are in Ragatmika stage. We are not even Nishtha stage. So to fix our bhakti in Nishtha, we need to understand the Siddhantas. We need to understand among the Siddhantas, this opulence is also there. This opulence is also there. This Vistar Jog is there. So that's why this knowledge is very, very important for us. Okay, and this will help us. This will help us to intensify our relationship. That means to make it more intimate. Ananda means sometimes what makes us what will make us ananda bhakti. Like when a young boy and a young girl fall in love, why they always think of them? Because they are completely absorbed. Their relation has become so intimate that they cannot forget for a single moment. They cannot remain vacant without thinking about one another. So that is the point of Ananda Bhakti. When we will, whatever we will see, whatever we will think, it will be related to Krishna. So that is the stage Krishna wants us to take. Okay. So just give me. So anybody has any question up to that, please contemplate. I need some time to uh, show you the next part. I need some time to just. Okay. So is it visible now?
Yes.
Yes.
Prabhuji.
Thank you. So 1 to 3, Krishna's position as the origin of everything. That means Krishna is telling that Krishna is establishing that I am the origin, and Krishna is telling that I can be, no one can know me, because everyone, I am the origin of everything. So until and unless I reveal, no one can know. So 1, 2, 3, anyone knowing Krishna as the unborn supreme Lord and the source of all sages and demigod is undiluted and free from sin. So this is the gist of 1, 2, 3 verse. 4 to 6 words is the all qualities and attitude, freedom from illusion, self-control, and infamy are created by Krishna. Even the progenitors of the universe are born from his mind. 7 is those who know Krishna's glories, engage in his service, or what we have already discussed now. So this verse already we have read. So what is about this verse? This verse already we have discussed. Benefit of hearing we discussed. We discussed that the progression from chapter 7 to 9 to 10. This already have discussed. Eagerness to hear is as a qualification we have to hear, and here in the purport, Prabhupada is telling about the Oisharya. The Oisharyasya Samagrasya Virjasya Jasya Shastri Gyana Vairagyasya Chaivo Shannam Bhagavad Itigana. So this is the 6 opulence. So now this is the detailed thing. So we'll enter into this. We'll enter about this Oisharya part. What are the opulence is there. Okay. So translation is Supreme Personality of Godhead said, listen again. So importance of listen already we discussed. We have to hear it. This is a simple thing, but hear attentively. With so much ecstasy Krishna is taking, so much pain Krishna is taking, so we need to also give our attention fully. Oh mighty arm. Then hearing is not only ending with only hearing superficial. We have to contemplate on it. We have to think on it, recollect. We have to share it. Everything will come. This is Bhakti. Bhakti is nothing else. O mighty armed Arjuna, because you are my dear friend, you are, for your benefit I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained. So this already I have explained this part. Okay. About this thing, that why Krishna is explaining this thing. So Krishna has clearly explained his different energies to establish devotion in firm conviction. See, when we understand clearly what Krishna explained the different in the 9th chapter, Krishna has clearly explained his different energies to establish devotion. I think it's not in 9th chapter, in 7th chapter. So in 7th chapter, actually Krishna has explained difference of energies. So from that, what we understand, what is matter, what is spirit. Okay. And we should able to differentiate. That he says, yes, everything is coming from Krishna, but this is Krishna Bhinna Prakriti. And my Prakriti is aligned with Chinmay. And I'm not in the material property. I'm not this body. So by establish, I am Chinmay. And Krishna has also explained his qualities, some of his qualities. So like that, Krishna is taking us towards him. So this already we discussed that is about the Oisharya part. So glories of hearing also we discussed. How should one hear in the association of devotees? Shatam prasangat mama virja shatam prasangat mama virja sangvito bhavanti ritkarna rasayana katha tat josanatashu apavarga vartamanat Shraddharatir bhaktir anukramashyati. So just by hearing, we can come to Rati. Just think about that verse of the Bhagavatam. Shatang Prasanga. So Shatang means in the association of devotees, not in isolation. Because in Kali Yuga we cannot, and you can experience when we sit together and we hear attentively, nicely, the entire Krishna consciousness arrangement, so much big temple, big project. Ultimately, why this thing, so much big temple is coming in Mayapur? What is the reason of it? To facilitate the world population to hear about Krishna. Because from there only they will able to go to the highest stage of Krishna Bhakti. So which kind of devotees we should hear? Those who are really anxious to be in Krishna consciousness. We have to anxious. We should not be a superficial devotee. Okay, I just complete my round. Okay, it is done. Now I will do all sorts of nonsense thing. No. Every day I was hearing one lecture yesterday that the speaker was telling, the devotee was telling that we should see through our day how much we have been able to remember able to speak something about Krishna, think something about Krishna. See, this particular Shiva I have taken of giving this class of Bhakti Shastri. I don't know how far it is benefiting to you. Okay, I don't know how far you are getting some benefit from this class, but how far I am able to give the class properly. But I am getting the benefit because I have to study, I have to read, I have to see various reference from from that point of view. I am able to uh, little bit remembering about the verses and all these things. Otherwise, I will also be going office, coming back, by doing the things, completing rounds in the morning, going there. Like that will come. We will go. When days will go. All the day will pass
Actually,
like that.
Prabhuji, your class is so nice, but now it's time taking. We are in hurry now. Our means short period Bhakti Shastri course is going on, so we
Yes.
will be benefited more and more. We want to know from you more and more. If
Yes. So
any kind of program will be arranged for
yes.
this kind of
So
lecture session, that will be
yes.
more benefited for us. We will expect
Yes.
later on.
Thank you for that. But actually, for that we I need your cooperation. So in any additional weekend class is possible, then I can speak because I am giving a very what I can say whatever resources I am having, I am giving maximum 10% of it. I'm not able to share it properly. So because of the constraint of the time, to give some notes also later on, so that things will be easier. So anyway, so it is helping me. So we should find out some way so that throughout the day we can remember something and we can think how much about Lord, something about Lord, about Radha Govinda, about Jagannath Balabhadra Subhadra. I know all of your devotees are connected with wonderful devotee leaders and they are giving you, engaging you, cultivating you nicely. So this is the about bhakti. Krishna wants that thing only. Discourse can take place only in such association. This is not an, as I was hearing that devotee was telling that in there are many speakers nowadays. They, if you give them, if you ask them or invite them, they can speak so eloquently. So they can glorify anything. You give them any topic, they will come and glorify. But devotees are not like that. You can ask them to glorify any devata, they will glorify. You will ask them to glorify any Krishna, they can glorify Krishna. But that kind of official glorification will not transform the heart of the living entities. But when a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada glorify through his books, that transform the heart. By that kind of official glorification, some information can be given, can be known, but that information will remain as information. So that is the point. Which kind of devotees from whom we should hear? We should hear those who are anxious. So Prabhupada was anxious to give Krishna to others. He was anxious, and we should be also anxious to remain Krishna conscious. That whether I am forgetting, I'm not forgetting something we should have in our routine so that we can remember. So discourse can take place like that. So this is the things and definition of Parashar Muni already I discussed. Oisharjasya Samagrasya, the full strength, fame, wealth, knowledge, beauty, and renunciation is there, and Krishna has displayed those things. Krishna displayed all six opulence when he was there. He was famous like a Makhanchor. His beauty is like a Kandarpo Koti, Koti Kandarpo. He can Madan Mohan. Just recently, I have visited Karoli, Madan Mohan. I have visited Jaipur. So
Very
Radha
good.
Temple. So I was mesmerized, particularly mesmerized not only by the beauty of the Lord, but right early in the morning, the Jaipur local people, they were simple family member. They are not like uh, uh, ecstatic. They were not like devotees cultivated by some things. They were naturally coming and dancing. Radhe Govinda. I was till now that is echoing in my heart, in my mind. This vibration. Simple. They are not apparently they are materialistic. They are coming from family, mainly the business families, family members. So they were dancing and Lord is standing. It is like that they are family member. They cannot start their day without seeing the beauty of Lord, without having I have heard that they don't start their business, they don't go to their workplace without seeing the Krishna. And Lord is standing just to give them darshan. Nothing else. Sri Krishna is standing, Krishna is giving darshan. Light from Mangalarati and then Darshanarati, Krishna dresses nicely. And that Radha Govinda, which has been worshipped by Rupa Goswami. Just think of that deities. The so dear deities of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when heard about that deity, that it has been excavated by Rupa Goswami, he immediately sent Kaseshwar Pandit to go, and he was not ready to go there. At that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu self-manifested a Gaur Govinda deity. And he said that this Gaur Govind is not different from me. And then that devotee said that how can I know that? Yes, you have to know, because whenever I am eating, he is also eating. When he is eating, I am eating. So like that are past times. And that Gaur Govinda deity is still standing beside Radha Govinda. And then we go to Madan Mohan, that deity which Sanatana Goswami has himself worshipped in Karoli. And he was giving the darshan. And all the people of the Karoli, they are like from born devotee. They don't know anything about anything else, Radha Madan Mohan. So the beauty charmed everyone. And for attracting to Krishna, we will discuss this thing. The knowledge, scholarly knowledge is not required. Pandit cannot actually get attracted. Janma Aishwarya Sruto Srivi is a badha, because it will give Edhumano Madhav Puman, that Chaitanya Mahan is telling. So here Krishna is giving the knowledge, the opulence, which only devotees can appreciate. This is not a scholarly knowledge of Vedanta knowledge. So we need to understand that. The all renunciation, just see, Krishna become a driver, charioteer, Partha Sarathi, all strength, Krishna lifted Govardhan. All knowledge, Krishna is giving Bhagavad Gita knowledge. This knowledge is unparalleled knowledge. And all wealth, Krishna is the Maheshwar. Krishna has 16,108 wives, Mahishi. And for each of them, he has made a separate palace. Who can maintain such opulently? So we should think of Krishna's opulence, and we should thank who else we should take Sharanagati other than Krishna. This is the primary step of Sharanagati. Who else is the right person other than Krishna? Who else? How can I forget this person? How can I forget Krishna, my Lord, who has maintaining me? Who is supplying my life here? How can I sustain him? No, I am actually working in a company which actually manufacture oxygen, nitrogen, various gases. But from whom we are manufacturing? The raw material is Krishna. Okay. And who else? And we charge for that. We charge for, we do business. We do business for giving oxygen. Anyone admitted in the medical, in the hospital, they need oxygen, we charge them. Krishna is not charging. Krishna is eternally supplying right from the beginning. So he is so much opulence. He can light, air, everything he is giving. So this is the opulence we need to always remember. So why Lord is speaking again? Already I have discussed. So this thing, because you are filled with prema, I will speak to you because you are filled with priyamanayo. Priyamanayo means Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling, because you are filled with prema. Baladev Vidyabhushan. So Jaipur is a place of Baladev Vidyabhushan actually. Baladev Vidyabhushan established the authenticity of Gauriya Vaishnava Parampara by giving the Govinda Bhashya. If you see Chaitanya Krishna's Srila Prabhupada as it is, Bhagavad Gita, he has dedicated to whom? To Baladev Vidyabhushan, who has given the Govinda Bhashya. Why it is called as Govinda Bhashya? Because Govinda of this particular Govinda, who is standing there in Jaipur, since when he was shifted from Vrindavan to Jaipur, that Govinda dictated Baladev Vidyabhushan to give the Tika of Vedanta. That was another incident that happened in Galta Dham. That is also there, and there is a Radha Madhav of Jayadev Goswami, which is in Kanaka Vrindavan. That is another beautiful place, very near to that. So this Baladev Vidyabhushan is telling, because you take pleasure in my words as if drinking nectar. So if we are eager to drink the nectar of Krishna Katha, so Krishna will facilitate our life to hear more, give more association. We need to be eager, but sometimes we become so used to with the devotees. Oh, same devotees, same Krishna Katha, Same thing. But by hearing this Krishna Katha, Sanjay was feeling Sanjay's hair was standing on end. But we don't feel like that because we are not eager for that. So that is the point. And Hitokama, I will speak with a desire for your welfare in the form of producing and increasing your devotion for me. So this is the point. So various acharyas have given. I don't have further time going to the next verse. Na me vidu shurogana prabhavam na maharshayo ahamadir hi devanam maharshinam cha sarvasha. So now, what is the link? The link is the Lord speaks in order to show that this knowledge is difficult to understand without the mercy of his devotees. Without the mercy of the devotees. That means already I have told that this knowledge is there, but this is encrypted. This is encrypted. Anyone cannot understand this knowledge. The password is where we'll get the password. The password is in the hand of Prabhupada. Until and unless Prabhupada given the password of Shuddha Bhakti, we cannot enter. And Prabhupada has, and that is what that no one can take it. Even if he is a demigod, he's a god. Name Bidu Shuragana. Prabhavam no Maharishi, they cannot understand me. Understand me, just remember that analogy. Understand me means not an official understanding. Everybody has official understanding. Some kind of official understanding. Demigod also have some official understanding. But no, Krishna is not telling about that official understanding. Krishna is only intimate understanding. Okay, so that you need to hear from me or my pure devotee. Ahmad, because how can they know? Because I am the Adi of everyone. Maharshinam cha sarvasha. For everyone. So let's see. So here, so scholarship is not the qualification to understand the Krishna. By scholarship, we cannot understand. Okay, the scholars may be having the information about Krishna, but realization is not there. And without realization, we cannot come to closer to Krishna. We cannot come to Krishna, advance in bhakti without the realization. That realization is a Guccha Tattam. So that Guccha Tattva is there in the Mahajanas. Only Mahajana Jana Gata Shubhanta. So we have to follow that path. So Krishna is the cause of all cause. Sarva Karana Karana. How to understand Krishna? Lord indirectly declares, here I am, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Simply by studying his words in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, we can understand him in full. Supreme Personality of Godhead can be conceived only when one is in the transcendental position. Just see. So who can conceive? Conceived means we use this conceive when a mother bear a child. When mother is become pregnant, then we say that a child has been conceived in the womb of the mother. So it is not an ordinary thing. Conceiving Krishna in our heart is not an ordinary thing. Okay, so as some ruling power or the impersonal Brahman can be reached by persons who are in the inferior energy. So knowing Krishna's Brahman, Brahmeti Paramatma iti Bhagavan iti Shabde. So knowing Krishna as Brahman, as Paramatma can be done by scholarship, by knowledge, by austerity, by all those things. But not Krishna as it is. Without Krishna's favor or grace is essential to understand the Supreme Lord fully. That means as he is. So that is the point. So official knowledge can be there with the demigods. He is Supreme Absolute Truth. He is powerful. He has so much power. But what power? How he is? What power? What we know in the many we in the American dollar it is written God is great, but how God is great nobody knows. Okay, so that is the point, that why the Supreme Lord comes to this planet as an ordinary human being. So what bewilders them we have already discussed, because they cannot understand that this personality who is Supreme Personality is the Loko Maheswaram. That same personality is a Makhanchor. The same personality has been tied by Jashoda in the Utkal as a Damodar. The same personality become frightened and come to Yashodhama's lap. This simple human thing, human pastimes, they cannot understand. The same person, so that's why they become bewildered. So Brahmaji got bewildered by seeing the pastimes of Krishna is taking food from one another. Okay, Krishna's offering has been made in a different way. Pancharitrik Vidhi is there, how to offer Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Brahma is the Vidhi himself. He has given all these Vidhis. Now, after giving that Vidhi, when he sees that Krishna is taking food from someone's mouth directly in his mouth, he was bewildered. Is this my Lord? So he got bewildered by Krishna's internal potency, actually, not by some. That is a different subject matter. So the same has happened with the Indra also. So it is very bewildering. So that's why no one can know. And all the demigods and everyone, so Brahma, bewilderment of the Brahma is there. So because another thing is all the demigods have come, demigods, rishis, everyone has come after Krishna. Okay, Krishna was has from everyone has come from Krishna rather. So now a son after taking a birth from the womb of mother, can that son able to know about anything about the father? Not a possible. A 6-month-old son cannot know anything about his father. So that is the point. We are in the position of like that. So how can we know about Krishna until and unless he reveals or his pure devotees reveals? No one can know. So that is the point here Krishna is telling. So Brahma Vimohanlila is one part where Krishna shows his Krishna's simple behavior has bewildered Brahma. And then Krishna's, this is a super excellent, this is a Govardhan Lila where Indra got bewildered. So Lord Indra and the mother Shuravi offer prayers to Krishna. This is there a place where Indra, that is a place in the last Kartik time I have gone to the place in the Vrindavan where there is a footprint of Oiravat elephant. Have you ever been to that place? Any of you have seen the footprint of Oiravat where the Oiravat has landed? And there is a place with we are taking Indra, and then there is a place. I think that place that everyone has of you have seen where the cow, the Shuravi has come and done Abhishek of Krishna. Shuravi has come and stand there, and still that place when I have gone there, one Shuravi, one calf is also standing there. He will go that place, particular that place is there in front of one kunda, and he will stand throughout the day at that particular place where Shuravi has come. Amazing place actually. And that is the place where Oiravad has Abhishek, done the Abhishek. So Indra got bewildered. So they do not know however supernatural the vision and however great the knowledge of the host of gods and the wise seers may be, they cannot comprehend my power. So that is the point here Krishna is making. They cannot comprehend. So see, then when Devaki was in the jail in the Mathura, in the Karagar of Kamsha, all the devotas were coming and giving and start glorifying the Supreme Lord appearance, glorifying even Devaki, who has conceived Krishna in her home. So they do not know my name, action, essence, attribute, etc. for the reason that I am the source in every way of these gods and great seers. I am the source of the nature and the knowledge. So the devotas do not know my most extraordinary birth from Devaki. This is Prabhavam. Prabhavam means my extraordinary birth. They do not know. They do not know that even though I am the Loko Maheshwar, but I have taken birth from Devaki. This thing they cannot understand. That how come Lord can have father? So well, the devotas may not know because they are absorbed in mental pleasure, but the sages must know. So why they cannot understand? Because I am the cause of all cause. So devotas are maybe not knowing, but here Krishna will tell that even the sages will also not know because sages has taken birth after me. So in all ways they do not know my birth, just as the sons cannot know about the birth of the father. So sages has taken birth after me. So how come they will know? So Prabhavam stands for birth, not other meaning of power. Arjuna will confirm in 10.14. not a Bhagavan making. So that will come later. So he cannot attain by the devatas, he can exist before them. Okay. So I am the cause of their appearance and bestower of their intelligence. So the rishis, sages, whatever intelligence they have, that is coming from me only. Okay, so how come then devatas and rishis, whatever the power they are having, so they that is coming from me only. So the unknowable becomes knowable. So Lord is saying, here I am present as Supreme Personality of Godhead. We can understand Krishna by studying Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. That is also not a misinterpretation done by any other person. We have to hear the Bhagavad Gita as it is coming in Parampara, Srimad Bhagavatam as it is coming in Parampara. Otherwise, we will be bewildered, because in Kali Yuga, flaws are there in every field. They have not spared even Krishna. So we have to be very cautious. So surrendered devotees can buy scholars. They don't bother about the impersonal conception. Their faith and devotion bring them to surrender unto Supreme Personality of God. My happiness can be known only by my unprecedented mercy and by no other means. That is the point here Krishna is making. You cannot know me until and unless you get the grace. And how we can get grace of Krishna? We can get Krishna by pleasing his pure devotees. So Lord descends out of his causeless mercy to show favor to speculators who cannot understand him. So he descends, but speculator got bewildered. Due to contamination of mental energy, they think impersonal Brahman is supreme. That is the point. We have discussed how they think impersonal Brahman is supreme and Krishna is coming Brahma Vaivarta. By the beaker of that Brahman in the Sattva Krishna is coming. We already discussed briefly about the misconception what the Brahma, the impersonalists, particularly the Mayavadis, are having. Okay. So this kind of conception will not lead to Krishna, understanding Krishna. So after telling, so Sri Krishna now proceeds to explain that knowledge about his real nature, which is beyond the grasp of gods, etc. That is, which is means for release from the evil that stands in the way of the rise of devotion. So now Krishna will tell that knowledge. But certainly the devotas and rishis know about birth of his body belonging to you, the Supreme Brahman, who are unlimited by all time and place. So devotas understanding, devotas, so they will now know. Krishna is now revealing here that that the knowledge which will destroy the stumbling block to know him properly. So that knowledge Krishna is now going to explain. Already Krishna has given. Krishna will give it much more detail. So here what Krishna is telling, Yomam majam anadim cha vetti loko mahesharam asammurasha marteshu sarva papui pramuchate. So this verse appears to be very simple, but it has a very deep meaning. So let's see what Krishna actually mean here. Krishna is telling that results of understanding Krishna properly, freedom from all, understanding properly. Just focus, I am repeating again, understanding Krishna properly, understanding Krishna as he is. So that is not very easy thing to know Krishna as he is. Okay, and that Krishna is telling it cannot be done officially by the devotas and rishis who can know my Brahman and Paramatma feature, but not me as it is. Knowing Brahma and Paramatma is also not easy thing. Okay. So here Krishna is telling that most successful spiritually realized persons are very rare. Where Krishna has told it? 7.3. What is the verse? Anyone can remember? The verse is Manushanam sahasreshu kostit jatati siddhahe jatatanga siddhanam kostit mangvetti tattata. It's very rare. Okay. In 2.2, Krishna says Lord is Ajo, is unborn, different from living entity, describes. So Ajo is there. Ajo, we are also Ajo. So what is the speciality of that Ajo? The speciality of the Ajo is that Krishna is Loko Maheswaram. This phrase means the Supreme Lord of the all worlds and planetary system. So he is claiming entire world as he's claiming his supremacy over entire planetary system, entire Brahmanda, entire manifestation of this creation. Okay, so that is not, we are not like that. Devatas are not like that. Devatas can be lord of some particular loka, but he is Sarvaloka. Sarvaloka Maheshwara. So this is the difference. Now the devotional service is the only way to know Krishna. Now without this thing, Bhakta Mam Abhijanati, Krishna declared in latter part. One must be free from all sinful activities. We have already heard of it. Tesham antagatam papam. We have to free from sinful activities. That's why we are following four regular principles so strictly. Otherwise, if we keep on committing sinful activities, we cannot understand Krishna. We will be blocked. Okay. Result of knowing immediate freedom. So after knowing this, we will get freedom. So how one should not perceive Krishna, trying to understand him as human being. That already we have discussed in the 11th chapter, in the verse number 11 of 9th chapter. Those who are mura and they don't appreciate Krishna's body as a transcendental, because they are not ready to accept the knowledge given by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita and in Srimad Bhagavatam. They are thinking something else. So that's how they can understand. So, who are transcendental and real auspicious activities? What are the transcendental real auspicious activities by which we can know Krishna? Transcendental activities, anything done under direction of Krishna. So we have to do under the direction of Krishna. So we don't directly have the access to Krishna. We have to do access to Prabhupada, Guru Parampara, our spiritual master. So if we follow their direction, then we will understand, we will go to transcendental realm. That's like we have to wake up early in the morning to do Mangalarati, we have to do chant, we have to follow the principle, we have to offer prasadam. All these things is a transcendental direction. This transcendental direction will lead us to the auspicious direction to know Krishna. So the most successfully spiritually realized person. So this kind of persons are very rare, very very rare. So this reality is also in different way Krishna has explained in this thing in this particular text. Okay, so that's why Krishna has told that janma karma cha me divyam evam ja vyakti tattata takta dehang punarjanma naiti mameti sarjana. So now his janma and karma, if anyone knows, everyone knows, if we ask throughout anyone as a quiz, do you know where Krishna has taken birth? Yes, I know. Krishna has taken birth in Mathura. What is his father's name? Vasudeva. Mother's name? Devaki. Everyone knows. So everyone will go back to Godhead. Everyone. Krishna activity. You know what Krishna? Krishna has born there, gone to Mathura. He killed Kamsa, and then he go to Kurukshetra. He has given a lecture on Bhagavad Gita. He given lecture as Bhagavad Gita. That is there. Then he fought the fight. He helped Arjuna. He established defeated Duryodhana, Kaurava, established Pandava. Then he go to Dwarka and he wind up his pastime and he gone back. Oh, we know everything, Janma Karma. So everyone will go back to Godhead. But entire material world is filled up with living entities. The Bharatvarsha, everyone knows this thing, Krishna's lifetime. Krishna's Janma is there now, Karma is also known. So that is the point, result of understanding Krishna properly. But they are keep on doing sinful activities. So if we know properly Krishna, then only we will get freedom from all sinful reaction. All sinful reaction will be burned off, finish off from the root. So this kind of bhakti is rare. This is still told in the Bhagavatam also. Kechit kevalaya bhaktva Vasudeva parayana agham dhunnanti kasnena. Name yourself. Agham dhunnanti kasnena niharam eva bhaskara. So kechit kevala, kechit, very rare. This kevalaya bhakta, only by this kevala bhakta we can know Krishna as it is. Kechit kevalaya bhakta Vasudeva parayana. Aham dhunnanti, this understanding, when this Kevalaya Bhakti only can destroy our karsneno. Karsneno means completely. Aham dhunnanti, completely from the root. Other Karma Mishra Bhakti, Jnana Mishra Bhakti, Yoga Mishra Bhakti will not burn our karma fully. So that's the point. We have to come to this Kevala Bhakti. So here, this Vasudev, this father and mother, see how Krishna's birth is so different. Even though he's Ajo, he's taking birth. After taking birth, Krishna is giving guidance, instruction, what to do about me to his father and mother. And he has taken birth with complete opulence. Anybody know where you can see how Krishna has taken birth in the Karagar of Kangsha? Anyone knows? Where you can see that as it is, how he has Krishna appeared as it is in the Karagar. There is a deity in India. Anybody knows where it is? This particular deity, how he has appeared in front of Mother Devaki and Vasudev. That particular deity is there.
Is Gokul?
Sorry?
Gokul?
No,
Is
no.
it there? No?
No. It is there in Guruvayur. In
By Kerala?
Guruvayur, this deity is there. Okay. The Guruvayur deity, the temple we have visited in our one of our, I think 2 years ago, in our annual Jatra, we have visited that place. And that place is Krishna
Day, like last year's before that.
last year before that. Yes. So that deity is actually this particular form. Okay. So this is a very, so this birth, so Krishna is telling that I am that person who has Ajo but taking birth from, I am this person, nothing else. Okay, so he knows, so Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is saying, he who without bewilderment knows that I am unborn since I have no beginning, and also I am born, and knows that I am the Lord of all planets, is freed from all sins in this world and performs bhakti without impediment. Just see what acharyas are telling, what Prabhupada is telling, Krishna is telling, that you need to know simultaneously, you need to appreciate both the sweetness and greatness. Then only you can free. See, devotas and greatness is officially anybody can know, but the sweetness is that great person is reciprocating with this particular devotee, Devaki and Vasudev in this way. This they cannot accept sometimes. Oh, the supreme personality, absolute truth is something else, and this person is a Bikara Brahma. This is something another person. They think like that intellectually. They think themselves so advanced that they cannot think this simple way that the same person is me. So although unborn I take birth, these things appear to be very easy thing because we are somehow in bhakti ambience by the mercy of Prabhupada. We are appreciating, but think from intellectual point of view, it is not very easy thing. See, think what was our understanding about Krishna before we come to Krishna consciousness and start following. We also might have known about this thing, but why acharyas have given so much tika on this particular verses to understand, make us understand the Aja, because it is transcendental. Janmo karmo cha me dibbam. This dibbam is not very easy thing to know. And janmo karmo cha me dibbam evam ja vetti tattoto. First of all, to understand dibbam, it is difficult. And then to understand tattoto, in reality, it is further difficult. And one who knows this, he will be free from this sinful and he will be able to go perform bhakti without impediments. He will go progressively towards Ananda Bhakti, and that Ananda Bhakti will take him back to spiritual world. So this appears to be simple, but it is not simple. Okay, so but for devotees, if we hear from devotee, it is simple. If we are hearing the purport, we are discussing everything under the guidance of Prabhupada and the previous acharyas who are pure devotees. They are not official teacher of about Krishna. They are devotees. They have felt, they are realized, self-realized. Self-realized means they have realized Krishna in their heart. They have conceived Krishna in their heart. So we are hearing from that kind of devotees. And that will help us to conceive Krishna in our heart. That kind of hearing will help us to make our heart the playground of Krishna's pastime. That kind of hearing will make us anxious to chant, anxious to go to temple and see Lord with and filled with ecstasy in our heart. Otherwise, this will remain a theoretical. It can remain theoretical if we don't endeavor ourselves to go deep into it. Okay. So he who knows that I am unborn and also born to Vasudev, and I am still without beginning, is freed from all sins. So placing, the Vishnu Thakur is telling, placing his index finger on his chest, the Lord speaks this verse, he who knows that I am, it is me who is standing in front of Arjun, who is giving Bhagavad Gita verse, who is speaking, I am that person without birth and I am beginningless, is free from sin. When we see Radha Govinda, we need to see he is that person as he is. But we see a murti. We see this is a pratik. Maximum people has an understanding that even when before I came to Krishna consciousness, I was also having this is maybe a symbol of, this is a kalpanic symbol. But then I sometimes think, how can one can imagine in this way? Where is the source of the imagination? Later I understand it is not imagination, it is a fact. Krishna is actually like this. And I don't know whether you have heard of this. Prabhupada has told, somebody asked Prabhupada that how Krishna looks. And Prabhupada said that if you want to know how Krishna looks, you visit 3C Albert Road and see Radha Govinda. See Govinda. Govinda looks exactly like Krishna. Exactly Krishna looks like that. He is Govinda. That is the statement by Prabhupada. You visit 3C Albert Road and see Govinda. He has not given this statement, I think, in Kolkata, somewhere else. Somebody asked and he said that thing like that. So Govinda exactly looks Krishna. Govinda, what we are seeing, he is Supreme Personality. He is beginningless. He has taken, even though he is Ajo, he has taken birth. So this way we need to appreciate this knowledge. Otherwise, we will not able to understand. Okay. So this particular, so this is the point, that they cannot understand that particular Lord who has played the pastime of Damodar. So see, in my childhood during the Damodar Lila, it is inconceivable that I could be bound by string of bells. Just like see, Devaki has bound us what is called like Komar Bandha. You see in the picture here. What you called? I think this ornament. Some ornament is a string of bells throughout on his waist. But when the same Jashoda tried to bind Krishna in Damodar Lila, he was not able to bind. So his Vibhuti Shakti has made him inconceivably large. In spite of he remain as he is. So this is a completely inconceivable pastime by which Krishna manifests his Achinta Shakti. So this Achinta Shakti cannot be appreciated by so-called speculators or who are officially trying to know Krishna. So this is the thing. The Bhakti Lokomasha, his power hard to understand. So though I am the chariot driver, I am also the great controller of all planets. See, I am standing as a chariot driver, but simultaneously all the planets are controlled under my direction. Because he has told, Mayadhakshana Prakriti Shuvatesha Characharam. So that greatness Krishna has spoken in chapter 9. But now, here, Krishna is standing in front of chariot driver and telling that I am Ajo, I have taken birth also. So these two things is completely contradictory. So this contradiction, until and unless, Prabhupada writes, until and unless we appreciate the Achinta contradiction within Krishna, he cannot be Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this thing that does not fit into the intellectual's mind. So this is the point. So he is just here actually, before that he is Loko Maheswaram, and then he is the chariot driver. So this is how we need to appreciate Krishna. We need to understand Krishna is the creator of Brahma, Shiva and all other demigods, the Supreme Person of all planets. So result of knowing Krishna is non-bewilderment. So we will not be bewildered if we know him as he is. Manushyanam Shastri. So thinking that something else is knowledge of me. Thinking that, so bewilderment comes thinking that something else is a knowledge of me. So that is the bewilderment. Okay. So non-bewilderment means to know as he is. Okay. So, and that can be known by devotional service only. So real auspiciousness is that that already we have discussed the direction. When we get the direction, when we come to the association of pure devotee or thus representative of the pure devotees, from there we get our life become auspicious. Before that it was completely inauspicious. We were committing we were breaking each and every day the four regulative principles, particularly in our Bengali society, Bengali family or culture. We hardly had any guilty feelings of breaking four regulative principles. We were so ignorant. We were ignorant about our ignorance. Okay, at least I can tell about myself. But after coming to Krishna consciousness, ways to him start getting the direction. Oh, this is the four real principles we need to follow. This is the things we should do, should not do. So that time our auspiciousness begins. So that's how the Dhruva Maharaj has left the forest, and then Krishna said, Narad Muni to give him the direction. Okay, so like that we need to take the shelter of the instructions, these divine instructions what we have received from our spiritual master or the representative of spiritual master, spiritual authority. That is actually our greatest shelter, and that will lead us to free from all our contamination. That will take us to the transcendental direction. Okay, because in the very nature of this material world is inauspiciousness. দ্বৈতে দ্বৈতে ভদ্রা ভদ্রে জ্ঞান সব মনোধর্ম এই ভালো এই মন্দ এই সব ভ্রম. In this material world everything is actually inauspicious because we have taken birth to enjoy our sense gratification. We have taken birth to rule over it. So that is the inauspicious thing. We have forgotten Krishna. So that is the greatest inauspicious event has happened in our life. That was the greatest blunder we have done, and we have come into this. What can be the auspicious thing in the jail? This is a Durga Devi. So the only thing to get out of it is taking shelter of Krishna. So now, Krishna is now explaining the way in which bhakti developed by meditation on his sovereign power and on the multitude of his auspicious attributes. So here Krishna will explain some attributes. These attributes, these are the mixed of good and bad attributes, so-called good and bad attributes. But these attributes are all coming from Krishna. But some attributes will help. Some attributes will help to develop our bhakti, and some attributes will not help. So we have to avoid anukullayana pratikullasya varjanam anukullasya grahanam. So anukul things we have to shikar. We have to accept the anukul activities, and we have to reject the pratikul things. So these things will help us to develop our bhakti. So I will read that. So this already we have read. So I'm not reading the translation here once again. And so we can read here the translation: intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt and delusion. So buddhir jnanam asammoha. Asammoha means freedom from doubt and khama sattam damo samo. Forgiveness, truthfulness, control of the senses, control of mind, happiness and distress, birth, death, fear, fearlessness, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame and infamy. All these various qualities of living entities being are created by me alone. So Krishna has created this world in this way, that created me alone. But we need to understand that Krishna is not responsible for our non-violence. Krishna is not responsible for our bad qualities. How he is not responsible, but here he is still created by me. How he is created by me, but also not responsible. Suppose sun is there, sunlight is there. Now in the sunlight there is no shadow. But if we stand keeping sun behind us, then I will able to see the sun shadow. So the creation of the shadow is done by sunlight, by sun. It is simultaneously yes, and simultaneously it is simultaneously yes and no. It is yes because as the sunlight is there, when I am taking back, I am I'm seeing the shadow. So that's why yes, sunlight is the cause. But why I am seeing the shadow? Because I have taken back, I have kept sun behind me. So that is the reason. So we need to see this duality. This good and bad is there, but actually Krishna, it is the creation of Krishna in one sense, but he is not the we cannot make Krishna, we cannot make Krishna responsible for this. So that we need to understand. So Krishna is the source of different qualities. So before Krishna has told that Krishna is the everything is coming from Krishna. So all the material world is coming from Krishna, all the devata is coming from Krishna, rishis are coming from Krishna. Now Krishna is telling the qualities. That is also coming from Krishna. Qualities means good and bad. The purpose is for whom are these created? Krishna creates for those who want to advance in Krishna consciousness, but the person has to develop from within, and by devotional service, one automatically develops all good qualities. So this I will request all of you to list the qualities. What are the good qualities and how you are developing in your life? Because this is one personal application is there from this particular text. Okay, that whatever good qualities are there, like intelligence is there to someone. Okay, forgiveness is there, control of sense is there, control of mind is there, knowledge is there, so everything is there. Truthfulness, happiness, distress, fearlessness, fearfulness, death, birth, everything is there. But some are helpful for our developing Krishna consciousness, and some are not developing. So all these various qualities of living beings are created by me alone. So 7 great sages has been created by me, and before them the 4 great sages. The next verse is actually speaking about this, and the Manus, the progenitor of mankind, is coming from me. Okay, already we have discussed this verse. So Krishna is the origin of qualities by which one seek to understand truth, and he is the source of the sages. No one can understand Krishna by conventional means. So point is we need to see. So I will one homework for all the devotees. Next class we will discuss this thing: intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt and delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness. Of this, what are the qualities which has helped you in developing your Krishna consciousness, cultivating your Krishna consciousness, helping you, and what are the things you are avoiding, like non-violence, how you are avoiding non-violence, how you are overcoming distress. Okay, or even sometimes distress also help us in Krishna consciousness. Can you give any example how distress can be helpful for Krishna consciousness? Any example from devotees, from Shastras, distress can be helpful for Krishna consciousness. Anything is coming? Yes, I'm not able to see you. You can raise your hand and then start speaking.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.
Prabhu, Kunti Maharani, like
yes.
when Krishna was leaving, she was praying that
yes.
When we were in distress, it was better.
Yes. Wonderful. Vipodashantu. That verse is there. So any situation, we need to remember Krishna. So like this, you try to find out. And there are other example, distress, full situation. Prahlad Maharaj, Draupadi were in fear. He was in fear that he will be disrobed. So he taken shelter, and then we can think. So this is the thing. This is the homework I am giving. No need to write any elaborate essay or anything. Just distress, Kunti Maharani. Or this one thing is example. Another thing is in your life. You can explain something. What any distressful situation has helped me. Has helped me to overcome by thinking Krishna. Has help you to intensify Krishna consciousness. Okay. So one devotee was telling that whenever he travel by flight, he becomes very, very frightened, and he started chanting very intensely. And that particular devotee, he was anyway he has to travel a lot because he is a senior devotee, but he has this kind of fearfulness. So he has been asked by his senior devotees that you take more flight so that you can always chant intensely. And eventually what has happened, the day on which that Air India flight got crashed, On that day, he has a flight of Air India from Mumbai to Delhi. On that day, and the same Boeing number, that the same Boeing which has crashed in Gujarat. So he was having the same. He was having on that same day. So he started chanting like anything. Uh, so there are many examples from our personal things. So you can think and you can share which can be shared. Forgiveness. This is also another thing. Anyone can remember forgiveness from any devotees who are who's shown their forgiveness from Shastra, truthfulness, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of senses, control of mind. So anyone can remember quickly, otherwise time is passing. Forgiveness, like we can remember the forgiveness of Draupadi when Draupadi forgived and spared punishment to Ashwatthama, who has killed his 5 small son, mother who lost his 5 son. Just think of her forgiveness.
Forgives Ashwatthama. She
He
forgives
forgiven
Ashwatthama.
Ashwatthama. She has forgiven Ashwatthama. Just think of that kind of devotee. Because she said that I can understand the pain of a mother, so I don't want to give the pain to his mother, Dronacharya's wife, because Dronacharya's wife has lost Dronacharya. So at least his son will be there, so his mother will not be so distressful. So think
Bro,
that.
another example can be Ambarish
Yes.
Maharaj. Ambarish
Ambarish,
Maharaj.
exactly. I was thinking Ambarish Maharaj. Exactly. I was thinking before Draupadi, in my mind came the Ambarish Maharaj. So just think of your examples and write a brief note, whatever you know. No need to search, go in Chat GPT or anywhere. Just from your thing, whatever is coming, you just write in a paper note and share. We'll hear from you, all of you. Okay. So the buddhi means the power to analyze things in their proper perspective. Okay. Knowledge means know the distinction between matter and spirit. Uh, Academicians only talks about matter, but we need to know the difference between knowledge, the matter and spirit. That's why in 7th chapter Krishna has given this energy. Freedom from doubt of delusion means can be achieved. One can acts without hesitation based on the understanding transcendental philosophy. Nothing should be accepted blindly. So this is important thing. Freedom from doubt and delusion. So we need to ask question. Asammoho. Asammoho. We should not be in a sentimental way. Mohito. Someone has spoken nicely about Bhakti. So nicely recited the verses. I got mohita. I become mugdha. But that mugdhata will not remain with me for a long time, until and unless I understand the philosophy. I go deep into the understanding of these verses. Only for a momentarily it can help me. That is good, but that is not good enough to progress bhakti instantly. So we should not be sentimentally. Something has happened to me. I can start bhakti with this mugdhata or with this some kind of sentimental thing. But I need to come to this from doubt and delusion that Krishna only, no one else. Otherwise, avikalpeno jogeno, how can I be situated? I cannot be situated. So there are many qualities. Some are here given. I am not having much time to discuss. You can read this from on Prabhupada purport only. Okay, I can one to qualities. It will take more time. So there are qualities discussed in 10.4. So many things are there. Actually, this birth, fearlessness, equanimity, 16 qualities are there. So you can read this thing. So many descriptions are there. You can think of it and meditate on what can be helpful, how it is helpful for you to develop. This will further we will discuss in other this charity, these austerities, and all these things. Okay. Now 6. The 6 is intelligence, knowledge, and non-bewilderment cannot give real knowledge. Cannot give real knowledge. It will helpful for the knowledge. Okay. The Lord in this point is Krishna. Everything is coming from Krishna. So we should use all these things for the service of Krishna. Okay. That will be helpful for us. Otherwise, something has been given to you. Suppose I am working in an organization. I have been given a laptop in my company. I have been given a laptop. So I should use that laptop for the benefit of the organization, for the benefit of the company. That is the best use of that laptop. Similarly, Krishna has given all these qualities. So if we don't use these qualities for Krishna, or that is not a we are not doing right thing towards Krishna. We are not proper justification for his gift, and rather we are using this thing in some other so-called superficial thing. I am having like truthfulness. Truthfulness can be used only for mere morality, but that these qualities are not discussed only for the morality. It is discussed for developing our bhakti. So my question to you is, the assignment is that all of you should think how these qualities has helped in past many devotees, how the example they have set, and how this is helping me, or it can help me if I develop this quality. Okay, so that way you should contemplate. So then this study of this Bhakti Shastri will be interesting to you. So we will discuss. So here this verse is there, great seven sages, and before them the four great sages. And the four, who are the four great sages? Chatushkumar. Okay, seven great sages are Saptarshis, Manus, the progenitors, and come from me. There are 14 Manus. Come from me, born from my mind, and all the living beings populating the various planets descend from them. So everyone is coming from them. So here Krishna is giving a genealogical description. Why giving a genealogical description? Sometimes we become very proud of our family background. So that pride we should trace back up to Krishna. Then yes, so when we take Diksha, we become Achyut Gotra. So we can, yes, I am connected to Krishna's family. So that will give us, why I am now Krishna's family. So Krishna is telling, yes, everyone actually is directly, indirect, is actually, everyone is Krishna's family, but only that they have forgotten. So Krishna is reminding that actually, see, all of the progenitor has coming from me, and from that progenitor, everyone has come. So everyone is finally coming to me, is coming from me. So that is the point here Krishna is making. So here there is a description. This detailed thing is there in Bhagavatam, so I'm not going in detail of that. The principal thing, why Krishna is mentioning this thing. So from this genealogical thing, we can come to spiritual thing. Okay, so that is the point. Spiritual platform. So they are absorbed in thinking of me, Madhvaru. So this thing is coming. Yes. So this verse states the results of that knowledge. So now till now, whatever the verse about the knowledge Krishna has given, this is actually the introduction of the knowledge. The knowledge has not yet started. Knowledge will start after this thing. Krishna is giving the principles. Krishna is giving the background. Krishna is giving the benefit. Krishna is giving why we need to hear from me only. He's giving a prelude of that thing actually. And Krishna is make us convince us that to know Krishna, we have to come to Krishna or Krishna's devotees. This is the point. And by grace only you can know. Without that, theoretically you cannot know. So here Krishna is telling that one who is factually convinced of his opulence. So, etam vibhutim jogam cha. Vibhutim has not been explained yet. It will be explained. Etam vibhutim jogam cha mamo yavetti tattato sha avikalpena jogena jujatena atra samshaya. So Krishna is giving an assurance that if someone understands this vibhuti jog as it is, then he will come to the platform of Ananda Bhakti without doubt. One who is factually convinced of this opulence, convinced, this is the conviction. This is the conviction we have to develop. So this is a conviction, convinced of this opulence and the mystic power of mind, engaged in unalloyed devotional service. Of this there is no doubt. So our point is we have to come to this conviction, and for that we have to surrender. So this is the Sharanagati. Unless we surrender to Krishna or Krishna's representative, this conviction will not come. So we have to surrender, and we have to hear oral reception. We have to give the oral reception to that. So this is about chapter. This is about the verse 7. So now we are ending this thing. So now time is also almost ended. I don't know how far I will cover. The Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita is not very difficult thing. You know everything. Only thing I need to give a summary of it. The summary will not take much time. Give me 15 minutes. Within 15 minutes, I can complete this summary. So, Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita, actually, Krishna first is telling, let me read the words. Go to the presentation. Is it visible? See.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. So the Lord speaks the Chatusloki that I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly knows this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are surrendered to me, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss, enlivening one another and conversing about me. To those constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. To show them spiritual mercy, special mercy, I dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. Okay, so here first, Krishna is telling Janma Adasya Jatha. Everything is coming to me. Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Matta Sarvam Pravartate Iti Matta Bhajantiman Buddha Bhava Samana. So Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo means everything is coming from me. Matta Sarvam Pravartate means this is a present continuous tense. Everything is Pravartate. There are there is a philosophy called, just like atheism is a philosophy, Nastikbad. There is the deism. Deism is also another philosophy. Theism and deism. Theism, theistic. We are astic. Astika means those who are having faith in scriptural knowledge and have faith that there is a God. Hmm. Deism is a thing that they accept that Krishna, that there is a creator, but they don't believe that there is a maintainer. That somebody is maintaining this thing, that they don't believe. But actually Krishna is defeating that philosophy, that kind of misguided philosophy, by telling the second line, Matta Sarvam Pravartate. Everything is emanating from me. Emanating is a continuous. Matta Sarvam Pravartate. It is not that I have created something and it is gone, and I don't have any relationship with that after that. No, I have created, and creation is actually happening. Just like we are actually, each and everything is actually is we are, our existence is like that only. Okay, it is not that we have been created and finished. No, we are living entity. Krishna is actually expanded. We are also Krishna's expansion. Okay, we are Vivinna Angsha. We are his one Prakriti, Jiva Bhuta Prakriti. Okay, and there is Mahabhuta Prakriti. Mahabhuta means that material energy, and Jiva Bhuta is like we are Jiva Bhuta. Mahabhuta and Jiva Bhuta. So Everything is actually emanating. Otherwise, how things are maintained? Okay. So iti motta bhajante mam buddha bhavo samannita. So this is the point where Krishna is establishing that I am the origin of everything. And then itimotta by knowing this as it is. This knowing is not a superficial knowledge. Here everything is very deep knowledge, as he is actually. Itimotta bhajante mam buddha bhavo samannita. This buddha bhavo samannita means with great ecstasy. This not only here Krishna, this see Krishna here is taking us to Ananda Bhakti. So here every word has a deep meaning, not a superficial. Buddha bhava means with ecstasy, with attachment to Krishna, with love to Krishna. Okay, Krishna is the original source of everything. So like that. So here the result of knowledge is worshipping with all their hearts, with giving their heart. They are worshipping them. Okay. So here Aham Sarvasva Prabhu, I am the cause of existence and manifestation of material world and spiritual world. Prabhu. And then Itimotta, already I am discussing that I am continuously, I am maintaining. It is not that I am gone and done. So this is the thing. Krishna is the source of Brahma, Shiva, and all demigods. So here you see Krishna, everyone has taken shelter of him. So here, this one verse is important, that in the beginning. So in the beginning. So this point particularly, in the beginning, the creation, there was only the Supreme Personality Narayana. There was no Brahma, no Shiva, no water, no fire, no moon, no heaven, earth, no star in the sky, no sun. So here Prabhupada actually giving this thing, quoting from various Puranas, various Shruti and Smriti, to establish Krishna is the origin of even Brahma and Shiva. Because there are Shivaitis, we have a Shivaitis and Vaishnava have a conflict. Those who are not mature Shivaitis, for them there is a conflict. Those who are real, they know the knowledge as it is, they are not having any fight, because there is a sweet reciprocation between Shiva and Lord Vishnu. So, but they have many kind of misconception. So that's what has been. This is completely defeated. Those kinds of misconception can be. We can get rid of this misconception that Krishna is the Aham Sarvasva Prabhavu. Okay, from this that Krishna is the Aham Sarvasva Prabhavu. All other thing has come after him. Okay. So overview of presentation is like that. Sharga means the primary creation. Primary creation of matter has been done by Krishna, and then Visharga, the secondary creation, has been done by Brahma. Okay. So this is spiritual world, and then this is the Karunadaksha Vishnu. Here the Karunadaksha Vishnu is overviewing, and then the Mahatattva, from the Mahatattva and Pradhana, the Brahmandas are created from his pores, and then each and every Mahat there, Garudaksha Vishnu is entering, and then Kirodaksha Vishnu, from the Garudaksha Vishnu, this Brahma is coming. We have seen this thing in Ananta Padmanabha temple. It is there. He is lying there. So then Shiva has also taken birth. So everything has then Garbhodakshay Vishnu is from all the creation is there. So this is how the creation is happening, and the secondary creation is there. So those who know this thing, so one who understands Krishna in such a way from a bona fide spiritual master with reference from Vedic literature, they engage in Krishna consciousness. These are the Sargashtanas. They engage in Krishna. They knows about all these things. Becomes truly learned man. Those who do not know Krishna properly are fools. Only a fool would consider Krishna to be an ordinary person. Itimotta bhajante mam. Itimotta means avoid unauthorized. Itimotta means we have to know. Itimotta means we have to know what is the caution or carefulness we have to take. We should avoid unauthorized commentaries or misinterpretations on Bhagavad Gita, because otherwise we will be we will not develop the conviction. Proceed with Krishna with determination and firmness. After knowing this, we can proceed with determination. So, Bharata Vidyabhushan is writing, knowing me as such, as the cause and controller of all, itimatta, confirming this through the mouth of Guru, being filled with prema, bhava samanita. Bhava samanita means it's filled with prema. When we understand that, yes, He is my Lord, He is so great, and I am so small. I am so naturally the vinamrata will come. We will become humble down. We will become humble. We will take shelter, and from that shelter, that bhav will come. We will come to that stage that yes, I can, and he is expecting loving reciprocation with me. So I can connect with him with prema. So then that bhava will come. Otherwise, this bhava is a not a sentimental bhava. Okay, this bhava is based on knowledge. This based on knowledge means this knowledge is also not some other kind of knowledge. The knowledge of Gyanis. No, this knowledge is knowledge of his vibhuti, which uh, is intimate about it intimate vibhuti. So that is the point. The intelligent person worship me in that way. Intelligent person endowed with bhava in the form of dasya, shakya, or other relationships. This bhava, there are various bhava, dasya, shakya, and other relationships to worship him. Pratimotta bhajante mam. So they develop bhava means this they develop a loving attraction. They develop relationship. So that is the point. So and we also develop from this sambandha. The sambandha relationship get firm. That yes, I am connected with this customer. This is from him. Everything has come. I am also come. I am related to him. So like the relationship comes. So thinking thus of my sovereignty, natural and unhindered, and knowing me as endowed with multitude of auspicious attributes like con, con attribute of beauty, parental affection, I think condescension, something is there, beauty, I don't know. The wise men of the knowledge worship me with devotion and with me. So main point is we have to develop this intimate relationship with Krishna. So that is the point here. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give this kind of knowledge. And after that, so this verse describes the process of bhakti. So obviously, so first part is about the sambandha. We have to establish this relationship. I am, for us, I am your servant. You are so great. Everything has come from you. So I will surrender unto you. So sambandha has been established that you are Lord and I am your devotee. I am your devotee as a servant. For us, servant is the main thing. We have got after initiation, we get this thing. Some in relation to Krishna, we get a dasha. So that's dasha in dasha bhav. We should start our bhakti. We should surrender because we cannot go sentimentally in any other stage. Other things will happen internally. We need not to exhibit externally. So then the process is given. What is the matchitta madgata prana bodhayantu parasparam kathayantascha mamnittam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So this is the mainly the Abhideya process has been described. So analogy of bhakti lata is there here. So many things has been described. So symptoms of pure bhakti. So symptoms of pure devotees. Okay. So Krishna becomes his life and soul, and he constantly hears about and discuss Krishna. So this is the point. When they are, you can see the Saragoswamis are sitting together, so and discussing about Krishna. We are also hearing today discussing about Krishna. We are hearing, we are doing something related to Krishna. So everything, every activity is related to Krishna. Krishna is our center. So like that, we have to come to this point. So here from the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhurila, how the Bhakti Lata Bij. Bhakti Lata Bij means already the Bhakti is there. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Shraddha Kabu Noy Sravanati Shuddha Chitte Karahe Udaya. So that Udaya happens. So when we get the Bhakti Lata Bij means what? That Bij means we get when we take initiation or when we come to Krishna consciousness, particularly during the initiation, the Bhajana Kriya stage, we get the Bhakti Lata Bij as from spiritual master. Then spiritual master give the instruction, and actually the Krishna consciousness is there in dormant. So he gives the direction how we can activate that Bij. that dormant Krishna consciousness. That is the initiation, the starting, initiate the process of bhakti. Okay, so that is the bhakti. So here the rare fortunate to get the seed of bhakti. Okay, then watering the seed by hearing and chanting. Then seed fructifies, penetrates, covering the metal universe. Then it reaches Brahmajyoti and grows more. And then final destination reaches the highest planetary Golok Vrindavan and takes shelter under the lotus feet of Krishna. Gradually bears the fruit of flowers and watering process goes on. So it does not mean that it has reaches to that place means we have to stop our hearing and hearing and uh, chanting. No, it can go on chanting. So full absorption, thus one becomes fully absorbed in love of Godhead and cannot live a moment without Lord. Mat chitta mat kata prana, prana, it will become prana. But at this stage, devotee attains transcendental qualities in contact with the Lord. There is fish out of water. A fish cannot stay. A fish will die. We are actually fish in Krishna consciousness. We are actually fish of the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is the ocean of bhakti. We were actually fish of that particular Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, but now we have come into Jaro Rasa in the Jaro Bhav. We have come here in the Jaro Jagat, and that's why we are actually suffocating. We are having miseries. So that, but we are not feeling it because we have forgotten. We are so much engrossed by the alluration of Maya. So this is the point when it is assembly of pure devotees. What happens? The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. In this proper translation, their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. So we can do at our stage by sharing this thing, by doing some preaching activity, by sharing this thing. So that thing we have to hear, have to engage, and we have to share. So like that, with great minds greedy for me, with minds greedy, minds become greedy for me, being completely dependent on me, mutually hearing about me and singing about me. They continuously experience satisfaction and enjoyment. So this is the Abhidya Pantha, what we are able to do in pure devotional stage, what devotees are doing. This is the only thing. In spiritual world only we have to do this thing. What has been explained here in 10.9, this is the thing is happening eternally in Krishna's world, Krishna's spiritual world. So the here mat chitta means smaranam. Mat chitta means I am thinking in my heart. Bodhayanta means I am hearing, Sravanam. And Kirtayanta means Kathayanta means Kirtanam. So all are the best among all types of bhakti. They have been specifically mentioned here. The Sravanam, Kirtanam and Smaranam. Actually, Prahlad Maharaj has told this 9 limbs of bhakti. Among that, these 3 limbs is most important. Sravanam, Kirtanam and Smaranam. Such Ananda Bhaktis who have attained spiritual intelligence, Buddhi Yoga by my mercy, and then factual knowledge of me, mentioned previously, which is hard to understand. So this knowledge is very hard. Again and again, Krishna is telling it is not very easy thing to understand. So Mat Chitta means absorption. Absorption means when we remember absorption in mind, focus of the mind like that. Madgata Prana. Madgata Prana means fish out of water like that. We have to think. Shunnaitam Jagat Sarvam. Govinda Virohinam. We sing in Kevala in Shikashtakam. So like that. Bodhayanta Parasparam. Okay. So we are this for Bodhayanta Parasparam, this Bhagavatam class is there, Bhagavad Gita class is there. This courses is there actually. This courses is there so that we can discuss. We can discuss. I am learning. I have read something. I am referring something. You are learning. You can share your experience and your nurture this knowledge. This is the bhakti, nothing else. So explain to each other the friendliness, types of the bhakti and the real nature of the bhakti. We can discuss many things. Okay. So Kathayantastu mam nittam and nittam bhagavat sevaya. Every day we have to describe this thing. And tushyanti jaramanti, and that is our satisfaction. Okay. We cannot remain vacant without speaking to Krishna. When we will come to that stage, then we will feel the intensity of Krishna. And the Ramanti means this thing is important, that when they enjoy this Ramanti, this is actually Ruchi stage. Actually. Here actually various stages are also explained. So Ruchi stage is that when a young boy enjoys the smiling glance of a young girl. Okay, so this is a gross example from material experience, but Rupa Goswami has given this experience, this example to understand our intensity, how it should be. Okay, how it should be. How what does it mean when a pure devotee fall in love? So that brings us to that point. So that this interpretation indicates raganuka bhakti actually. Okay, so but at sadhaka stage also, like here also, when we chant, when we go jatra, when we go street sankirtan, there also we feel this this satisfaction and ramanti means we become very joyful, very happy. So they are satisfied even at the stage of sadhana by continual performance of their worship brought about by good fortune, and they take pleasure in thinking of their future attainment of prema and enjoy with their Lord through the mind. So this is the point that at sadhak stage also, when we share, when we hear, when we engage in kirtan and hearing, in this process also, when we perform the process of bhakti in a Vaidhi sadhana bhakti also, when we chant nicely, so that also give us satisfaction. And sometimes when we chant in agitation of devotees, we feel that we should not stop chanting. We are getting so bliss inside. If we chant actually, we can get that thing at our sadhana stage also. It is possible. It is not impossible. It is not very difficult thing also. Just sincerely we have to do it. So primary stage is the relish, the transcendental pleasure from the service itself. And mature stage, they are actually situated in the love of Godhead. So that is the point. We have to have hits that is making. So 10th verse. Teisham Shatata Juktanam Bhajatan Pritipa. Third verse. This is the Bhajatan Priti Purvokam Dadami Buddhi Jogam Tam Buddhi Jogam Tam Jeno. Now, but how is it possible for them to grasp you, who are infinite in form, qualities, and power? How you can grasp me? Okay. So it is not very easy thing to grasp Krishna. So how it can be done? Teisham Sadhusar, here they are the example of one Prabhupada's disciple, I think the name of Jayananda Prabhu. Jayananda Prabhu, he was such a exemplary devotee of Shatatam Juktanam. Example of Shatatam Juktanam, we were discussing some day ago about him. And Prabhupada was so pleased. Prabhupada actually only for this particular disciple, Prabhupada said that we should observe his disappearance day also. And appearance. I think appearance day or disappearance day is observed according to Vaishnava calendar. And about him, he said that he has gone back to spiritual world. And his sacrifice, what sacrifice he has done for Prabhupada. He, in the night time, he used to drive a taxi. He actually a mechanical engineer, and he drives a taxi driving, a job of taxi driver. And whatever money he will earn throughout the night, he will come and give all the money to Prabhupada, and then Prabhupada will expend that thing. And in the daytime, he will do various kinds of devotional service. Particularly, he has made the first, the San Francisco Ratha Yatra or New York Ratha Yatra. I think San Francisco Ratha Yatra, he has made this card. I think in New York, I don't remember exactly which city. So he has made this card, and he is the first person who has made this card, and that's why in our any Ratha Yatra festival, this photo is also there. So he is such a great personality, and at the end he got cancer, and from his, I think his father or someone has given some $10,000 for his treatment. Okay. And Jayananda Prabhu has come with that $10,000 and said to Prabhupada, this material body will finish today or tomorrow. So why we spend this $10,000 for this dead body for this dead body? You spend this in Krishna consciousness for the Krishna service. So he did not care about his health. He was suffering severely at the last stage for his cancer, but he denied to do any treatment. He donated back to this thing to Prabhupada. What level of bhakti he was having. So this is Ananya Bhakti. This is the example. Our heart should melt to hear such kind of devotees, and that melting will help us because our heart is still made of steel frame. I can say about myself. But if we more we hear about this kind of devotees, we can understand what actually bhakti means. Okay, so for this kind of devotee, Krishna is telling that I give buddhi yoga. So karma yoga, so that karma yoga. See karma yoga. Why buddhi yoga here is telling. Karma yoga is like I have previously. You have already read about karma yoga. Karma yoga means karma yoga is one who knows the goal is Krishna, but is addicted to the fruit. He is karma yoga. He is addicted to the fruit. Particularly, this is about Shakam Karma Yoga. He is telling about here it is Shakam Karma Yoga. And there is a kind of devotee who are Nishkam Karma Yoga. Nishkam Karma Yoga, they are not attached to the fruit, but they are attached to the karma. Okay. And Jnana Yogi is one when one knows the goal is Krishna but takes pleasure in mental speculation to understand Krishna. Oh, like this I will analyze Krishna in this understanding. I'm reading this Vedanta, I am reading this Vedic sloka, this chapter, this thing, that thing, this thing. So Krishna is like that. So he's thinking, he's a thoughtful person. So this Jnana Yoga. Well, he knows Vedasya Sarvara Homa Vedda, but he is more taking pleasure in culture of knowledge, in speculation. So we also getting knowledge. Okay, we are also have a chapter like Jnana Yoga of this thing, but we are not inclined to knowledge. Our inclination to is Krishna, and we are intensifying our inclination, our attachment, our devotion to Krishna. For that, we are taking the help of knowledge. So that is the point. So when one knows the goal and seeks completely in Krishna consciousness and devotional service, he is acting in Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. So to them, he is giving this guidance. The complete yoga is the highest perfectional. Bhakti yoga means the complete yoga, the highest perfectional stage of Bhakti yoga. That is the highest perfectional stage of yoga. So this is the different stage of yoga. Krishna is explaining. Bhakti yoga is the action in Krishna consciousness. That is the highest intelligence. So what should one know? Or that the ultimate goal of progress is Krishna. Ultimate goal of progress is Krishna. And then the path is slowly but progressively transversed and ultimately goal is achieved. So that is the thing. What is needed? Association of devotees plus bona fide spiritual master. Okay. So these two are needed. What is the qualification? What if a person is not intelligent? Only qualification is one always engage in Krishna consciousness and render service with love and devotion. I think you can understand this example. Recently also I have described this thing. Srirangam temple. We have visited this temple, Srirangam temple, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has met this Brahman, the South Indian Brahman, who is an illiterate South Indian Brahman. He cannot read Sanskrit, but his guru has ordered him that you should read every day 800 sloka of Bhagavad Gita. So he sit with the Bhagavad Gita, but he cannot read. And all the other Pandit, because South India they are big Pandit, they start fun of him. That what you are an illiterate Brahman, but you are reading Bhagavad Gita. At that time the translations was not available, only the Sanskrit was there. So, but he did not care about their comments or anything. He keep on follow his spiritual master instruction, and he used to cry also. So one day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited Srirangam, and he saw that this particular Brahman has been criticized. All the other Brahmanas are making fun of him. Why he is so he taken interest to him, and he's come to that Brahmana, and he said that why you are what is you are reading? He said, I'm reading Bhagavad Gita. It's very good. So but you have not you are illiterate, then how can you read Bhagavad Gita? Why, my guru has given instruction. Okay, your guru has given instruction, you are following that thing, that is very good, but even though you cannot read Bhagavad Gita, how you are crying? And he said that I am crying Because as soon as I take Bhagavad Gita, I think that how much Krishna is Bhakta Vatshal, that he has become Partha Sharathi. He has become the chariot driver of his devotee. Now, just think, Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi, I'm just giving example just to understand this thing. Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi, he is a Pradhan Mantri. Okay, he is driven by many drivers. He has big car by drivers, and many escort car is going, and then he is coming. Now you think in one situation where Narendra Modi become driver and he's driving some other person. He very here is someone who is having to whom to he can drive. He can drive someone with whom he has a relationship. He may drive his mother. So that means the Bhakta Vatsal Bhagavan is something he has become driver of his devotee. He is ready to become driver of the, because the profession of driver is not a very glorious profession. It is a very low kind of profession. It's not like a high-fi profession, high-profile profession. It is a low kind of profession. Driving. It is a profession of Shudra actually. It is a profession of his particular Shudra, or even it is a sort of a Shudra who is having a Kshatriya quality but not a very expert Kshatriya quality. Okay, so Bhagavan is taking so low role for devotee. So this particular devotee, by thinking this Bhakti Vatshal quality of the Lord, he start crying. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced this particular. You can read this passage from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Your heart will melt. Anyone, when I was reading, I was really, I got very emotional, because when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced, then he understood. This illiterate Brahman understood that he is not different from Krishna. He understood, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, don't reveal this thing to anyone. Okay, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed himself. So that is the point. When we follow the transcendental direction of our spiritual master, then transcendental realization will come. We will come to this. This thing cannot happen by scholarly reading. Okay, it can come only by devotional surrender. When we Dibbuk and Hriday Prakashita. Prema Bhakti Jaha Hoite Avidya Vinash Hojati. When Prema Bhakti, when Avidya, Prema Bhakti will flourish by the mercy of Dibbuk and Hriday Prakashita, when the mercy of spiritual master, then Avidya will go away. So that is the point here. The qualification is sincerity and devotion and not intelligence. So now the question may come, this is the last verse, I will take not much time. Without the functioning of knowledge, now the point is coming that without the functioning of knowledge and other such elements, how can they attain you, and how can they even strive for that goal? Now point is, how come it all of a sudden started in the heart? So there Krishna is telling the Teshamevanu Kampartham Aham Gyana Jamtamo Nashwamatma Bhavasto Gyano Diveno Hashata. So here initially there was demoniac propensities. Okay, but when we keep on chanting, then slowly, all these things will burn away. Our demoniac propensities will burn away. Tesham antagatam papam. Okay, so this thing will happen. Then what will happen? Dhruv will come to Dhruv, and then Krishna will give knowledge. Ajnana jam tamo. Krishna will remove our ajnana, by which, based on which, out of which we are performing. We would have been performing since time immemorial many kind of sinful activity. But Krishna will enlighten us, from us. Will eradicate. This is the anartha stage. Krishna will completely eradicate our anarthas, and then Krishna will be there, and we can actually come to this knowledge of bhakti, Gyanodipena Bhashrata. This Gyan is not scholarly Gyan. Okay, this Gyan is not erudite scholarship. This Gyan is which will reveal Krishna. Ato Sri Krishna Namadi Navavet Gracham Indrui Shivana Mukhe Jihado Shamair Vaspurote. That revelation will happen. Tesham Ivanu Kampartham Aham Agyanajam. The Agyan, we have forgotten our relationship. We have even forgotten that we had the relationship. We have forgotten our forgetfulness. So from that spiritual master is reclaiming us. So Nashram Bhavasto. He's eradicating all my anarthas. So we have to give. So when Krishna is cleansing, so many attachment will go away. Okay, so we have to allow us. Krishna will clean. Cleansing process is not very easy thing. Suppose in our house, when we start clean, there are many things we have to throw away. We might have some attachment towards that, but if we have to clean the house, we have to throw away which is unwanted thing. There might be some unwanted things we may have attachment, but we have to allow Krishna to throw away that unwanted things from our heart. Remember that past time that a Shiva Bhakta has gone to Shiva. This happened in Vrindavan actually. He was a worshipper of Shiva and he was worshipping Shiva to get some opulence, get great opulence. So then Shiva said that why you are worshipping, if you want to get opulence, you go to Sanatana Goswami, who is at Manashiganga. You go there and you ask him, he will give you opulence, the way of opulence. Then he went there and he asked that Shiva has sent me. And then he said, okay, what do you want? I want to become rich. Then okay, you go to that dustbin. In that dustbin, you will search, you will find a Porosh Pathar. Porosh Pathar? Yes. So you take that. So he searched from the dustbin and he take the Porosh Pathar. And by this and Shadar Goswami knows how to make Porosh Pathar. Shadar Goswami told that yes, by touching anything, it can be gold. Porosh Pathar. We have seen a film like cinema. Shastri Rai has made a film of Porosh Pathar. So this Porosh Pathar has been given to that fellow by Shantan Goswami. Shantan Goswami very happy. He has gone back to his wife. Then his wife says that from where you got this thing. Then he has told that he had narrated the entire story. Then wife said that you are so full. Why? I have got brings today the Porosh Pathar by which you can make so many gold necklaces, you can make so many ornaments. You are telling me full. Like you are full that he has made you full. Why he has made you full? Because you have got this Porosh Pathar from his dustbin. That means he is actually having something greater than this which has been kept in his locker. So you asked him, he might have give you that thing also. Yes, you are so intelligent. Then he again gone back to him. And then again he asked that you have given this thing, I have got this thing from dustbin. You have something else which is more precious, which you might have kept in some locker. Then he said, yes, I have something more precious thing. But for getting that, you have to throw this away to Ganga, Manashi Ganga. At some places, still the Kusum Sharada. Both the places. To throw away. Actually, from after hearing this incident and that particular person, when he heard that I have to throw away, he was bewildered. He was in two mind what to do. Because he thought that, wow, better that I can keep this thing and then also I will get something else what is more precious. So then Chandra Goswami said, no, the condition is I have to first throw it away, then only I will give that most precious thing. Then keeping faith on Sanatana Goswami, he has thrown this to Manashi Ganga. So this is the first thing we have to do by hearing, by keeping faith on our spiritual master. We have to throw away our anarthas at the dustbin. And that throwing away, maybe we have to throw away many things with which we have attachment. This is pratikullasya varjanam. This thing is the first step of Sharanagati. And this thing, we have to do it in our bhakti. This is the most important. Throwing away is not very easy thing. Because there actually we take mixture of things. We want Porosh Pathar also, and we want bhakti also. And then Chandra Goswami has given what? The most precious thing, that is Harinam Chintamani. Harinam. He has given the Harinam, which is the most precious thing. And by the association of Sadhana Goswami, his heart also got transformed. He also understand the futility of material opulence. And he became the devotee. So we need to, this is the transformation of the heart. And this is the Ajnana Jamtama. So by the guidance of by the guidance of spiritual master, as external spiritual master, and internal as a Paramatma, and the Shastra, Sadhu Guru Shastra, Chittete Korea, Tinete Korea Oik. Sadhu Sadhu Shastra Guru Bakko, Tinete Korea Oik. Lord Tundarshan. So we have to, this is how Krishna is actually enlightening our heart, for bhakti from inside. So that we have to understand. So this is the mercy. So here so many things are there. So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela is there. So does learning and scholarship matter? Devotees are not sentimental. Mayavadi thinks the devotees to be sentimentalist and naive in the philosophy. Prakashananda Saraswati deriding Lord Chaitanya in Banaras. So but we are not like that. We have full knowledge. So Prabhupada said we have a 12th canto of Bhagavatam. Okay. So three part of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Our whole life we can read. So ample of knowledge is there, but all this knowledge is about Krishna, so that we can deepen our intensity of relationship with Krishna. So only qualification is carry out devotional service in full Krishna consciousness. Argument without discriminating, one cannot have pure knowledge. So we should not be blind follower, sentimental follower. We should follow with our question and answer. We should ask question and then we understand. Okay. So engagement devotion, chanting is the general principle, and other within that there are many other devotional service we can do. Cleansing our heart, Chetodarpana Marjanam is there. So mainly this is the Chetodarpana Marjanam part is there. So this way many things. This is from mainly from Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita is there. Okay. So this is how we complete the Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita. Again, we are over time a little bit. So any question, anything you have, or we can end the class here. Thank you for your patience, and anything you can ask. Are you reading the Bhagavad Gita, studying, or anything is happening? Because I'm not getting any question either in online or offline, anywhere. So I don't know what is the situation about your study. So better to study in the flow. I know it is difficult. So when I also have done this online flow course, Bhagavad Gita Bhakti Shastri course, many years ago, it was like online, but it was a weekly. Fortunately, it was a weekly Bhagavad Gita course from my own institute. So my online, it was online for me. It was online and on road. While going and coming to office, I used to study. Otherwise, I was not getting any time. So for me, it was an online and on-road Bhakti Shastri course for me. So like that, I studied. But I can remember that was the best phase of my Bhagavad Gita study, because I go deep into study. That was the best phase of my study. I can remember. I can confidently say. So this is the thing we need to understand.
Prabhu, one quick small question, Prabhu. Like, why only this specific four shlokas are called Chatushloki?
Because yes, this is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, here the entire knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada said that if anyone understand this four sloka of Bhagavad Gita, he can go anywhere in the world and can preach with confidence, with conviction to anyone and transform their heart. If they really understand and realize this four sloka. So this is not that we are telling, or Prabhupada has only told. Our Acharjas has told this thing, that as this four verse actually, if you see, as I have told, these four verse has explained everything about bhakti. Everything about bhakti. Okay. So see, the first verse is about that our Sambandha Gyan. Particularly the first verse is about Sambandha Gyan. Second, that means 10.8 is about Sambandha Gyan, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, and we have to surrender unto him. Okay, he has established his cause of all cause feature. He is supremacy in that verse. Okay, and by knowing that, we are surrendering to him. Surrendering means the first stage of surrendering means the Sharanagati. Sharanagati is the doorway to bhakti. Sharanagati is itself is not the bhakti. See, that particular person who has thrown that Parashpathar, throwing the Parashpathar is not the actually bhakti. But that throwing is the gateway to the bhakti. So by knowing Krishna's glory, we will enter, we will surrender, and that will establish relationship, sambandha with Krishna. So that is the point of 10.8. 10.9 is about Abhideho and Proyojan. Both the things are described. That how to practice Abhideho means Abhideho for Kevala Bhakti. Okay, not for Mishra Bhakti. Here everything is talking about Shuddha Bhakti. Okay, Abhideho pranali of process of Kevala Bhakti. And then the final relationship, final ultimate goal is ki Ramanti cha. We fall in love with Krishna. That's why I show that the final stage is the final stage of Bhakti Lata Beach from that. And at that stage, we cannot remain without Krishna. Okay. Govinda Viroha, that is a in Chaitanya Charitamrita, that is a verse. Govinda Viroha Shunna Hoilo Tribhuvan Tushanale Pore Jano Na Jai Jibon. So we cannot remain without forgetting Krishna. For gopis, for us, remembering Krishna is difficult. But gopis, there is a verse in Bhagavatam that they cannot forget Krishna. They want to forget Krishna, but they cannot forget Krishna. They say that we cannot engage our daily activity properly because this Krishna has completely conquered us, our heart. Okay, we cannot do anything properly. Everything we are doing, some mistake we are doing. This happens actually when someone fall in love in material world also. Okay, they become little unmindful because they always think about their beloved. So that is the stage of Shuddha Prema, Krishna Prema. Okay, so that is the Pancham Purushartha that has been explained. Okay, and then Krishna is in 10.10. Krishna is now explaining that what is how a person who is following this Abhideho Pranali, how he has been helped. What are the system by which he is getting the help? He is getting help internally from Krishna, externally from spiritual master. Shastra is there. So various way he is getting the buddhi. Dadami buddhi jogamta. He is getting the buddhi from that. So this Nishchatika buddhi is important for fixing and progressing in Krishna consciousness. Okay, so this has been explained in 10.10, and finally in 10.11, Krishna is telling that my grace, okay, I am giving this thing. I am giving this bhakti to you. Okay, it is not anyone else. Everything is coming from me. So that is our. You remember our first initial in the class I have showed that by my grace you will come to know bhakti. What is the bhakti? So that grace is directly Krishna for Arjuna. For us, it is directly Krishna. Krishna is helping. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is Krishna himself. Why we are chanting? So that prarana, we need the inspiration. We need the spiritual transcendental inspiration that Krishna is giving that. And he is cleansing our heart. Okay. We were in Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. Okay, so that is happening by Krishna's grace, by Guru's grace. So that is the Krishna Surja Shama Maya Andhakar Jaha Krishna Tahanaya Maya Radhikar. Sinutang Shakata Krishna Punna Sravana Kirtanam Riddantasti Avadrani Vidunati Shurit Satam. So our Avadrani, there are so many Avadranis there, but more we hear about Krishna, everything will be cleansed off. Then Krishna Krishna Tattva will be revealed, and we will completely establish relationship with it.
Prabhu, in these four shlokas, we see mention of intelligence and like knowledge, these terms.
Exactly.
And then in one of the slides, your one point showed that intelligence is not required, like devotion and sincerity are required.
Yes. So
So,
yes, yes, you completely. So why it is so? Exactly. Intelligence means the intelligence word has been used in earlier words. That intelligence is the intelligence of, that is a material one buddhi ahankar. This is a subtle body. One buddhi ahankar. By subtle body, we this is the word buddhi has a many multi-dimensional meaning. Okay, so that buddhi, that is also a one quality. Okay, so buddhi means someone who is intelligent. Intelligent means someone who is logically can conclude something. That kind of intelligence. Okay, someone is intelligent. Someone we say na, he is very intelligent. He is scoring very nice. So what buddhi that is? That is the material buddhi. Okay, material buddhi. Yes, we can use that material buddhi in Krishna service also. But here, this buddhi yoga is completely different buddhi yoga. Here, the buddhi has been used completely different. This buddhi is Krishna's help. Krishna, Krishna is helping. Krishna is Dadami Buddhi Yogamtam. This buddhi with which you can connect, you can come to me. Dadami Buddhi Yogamtam Jenumam Upujantite, by which you can come to me. It is not ordinary buddhi. This buddhi is not a material intellectual buddhi. Even as some person who has not having any intellectual buddhi, whether I have told you or not, I don't know. One person, one disciple was there, is there maybe, he is still there maybe. He has come, actually he's only Jabata Shaima disciple, he has come to Maharaj and said that, see, I am Murkha. I don't know I don't know how to read and write. Okay. I cannot remember any sloka. I cannot do Bhakti Shastri. I cannot do anything. So, what to do? Then Maharaj said, you just remember one verse. Jivero Sharupo Hoy Krishna Nitya Das. That's it. Remember this thing and render service. That means, even though someone is not an intellectual, for him, buddhi is not a bhakti. Bhakti cannot be, that kind of intelligence is not a condition to become bhakta. The point is that sincerity is more important. If someone is having buddhi, he can use that buddhi. He can make nice presentation. He can speak very eloquently to convince people. He can defeat some other. But there are very simple devotees. Their devotion, the depth of devotion or emotion towards Krishna might be much more than that intelligent devotee. Because Krishna has enlightened him or her to come closer to him. And if we think, if we there are many examples in our Shastra also. Okay, that just now one example I have given, that uh, uh, illiterate Brahmana, of South Indian illiterate Brahmana. He was not a intelligent person. He cannot read and write properly. But he has complete Shraddha, Jida Shraddha. This is one important thing we should learn. This verse, the application of this verse is like this, that we should develop this Jida Shraddha. সম্বন্ধ জানিয়া যেবা জীবন যুদ্ধ করে সেই তো বাঁচিয়া থাকে আর সব মরে. So this সম্বন্ধ, that yes, my spiritual master has told Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna is Bhakta Vatsal, Krishna is Partha Sarathi, Krishna has become Partha Sarathi. I am not having doubt. I completely have faith on that, and he has given this knowledge and asked me to read Bhagavad Gita. I will sit to read Bhagavad Gita. So this is the conviction. So when we follow spiritual master instruction, Krishna will help us from inside to develop this buddhi. That Krishna will give us this transcendental. See how Prabhupada has translated buddhi in this particular sloka. Rajiv Prabhu,
Yes, true.
please check what is the word is used by Prabhupada.
Prabhu, shloka number 10, you're saying?
Yes, 10.10, I think. This is 10.
Dadami buddhi yogam tam, that one.
Ah,
Uh,
transcendental intelligence, something it will be like that. I don't know how it has this placement.
real intelligence.
Real intelligence. That is the point. Some word should be there. Real intelligence. So this real intelligence will bring one to closer to Krishna. Our other intelligence can also be used. Okay, that can be also, but there is a difference. I think you are understanding there is a difference of intelligence word. Okay, this intelligence word has a correlation with Mahatattva also from the creation point of view. Okay, this intelligence is actually related to Mahatattva. So these elements, whatever is there, we are discussing, it is related to Krishna's with the creation also. So that is a different topic. So anything else? So this verse, see this 10, 8 and 9 is talking about the process of bhakti. Sambandha, Ubidheyo, Prayojan. 8 and 9. 10 and 11 is basically our dependence on Krishna to go forward. Dependence on Krishna and his bona fide spiritual master. Dependent on Shastra. Taking shelter of Prabhupada, taking shelter of Prabhupada's instruction, taking shelter of Krishna, taking shelter of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, taking shelter of Shastra. So this nirbhar, this dependency is important. We are dependent on the mercy of Krishna. We have to seek this mercy. That's how we can helplessly cry out, and that will help us to the transcendental revelation to happen in our heart. Okay, is that clear? That so this is the in gist in this fourth sloka, Krishna is giving the entire summary of the Bhagavad Gita, entire summary of Bhakti Tattva, everything. Whatever the entire Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is there in this one verse, this the middle verse. Entire Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is there in 10.8, 10.9. So that's why this is so essential verse. That if one study this 4 verse properly, actually throughout the life we are studying these 4 verse only. Okay, nothing else.
Prabhu, like from that 9th verse, it says that they derive great satisfaction and bliss
Yes.
from always enlightening one another and
Yes.
conversing about me.
Yes.
So we can see your example, Prabhu, here. That
My example,
for
but
complete 3 hours without even drinking water, you are.
no, I have drink some water. That is not a point. I am just struggling to wake up early in the morning and chant properly. I am just struggling neophyte stage. Your association, that some assignment has come, so I am trying to share all these things. Nothing like that. So, okay. Thank you so much for your patience and tolerating me. Okay. So, let's see tomorrow and day after tomorrow or which weekend we are having. So Friday we will be having the class day after tomorrow, and then which weekend we can have. Okay. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much,
Jai.
Prabhuji. Hare
Bhagavatam
Krishna.
Jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Prabhu Sadar Pranam.
Thank you.
Sadhu Pranam, Prabhuji. Hare